Good evening,
my friends.
What am I riddling?
A cowboy rode to an inn on Friday. He stayed 2 nights and then left on Friday. How could that be?
A horse's name.
The horse's name, yes.
Dramatic pause. Was Friday.
Gasp.
Was I right? I'm no good at riddles.
1 second. Yes, you were right, but I should have had the rim shot ready to go, and I didn't think to do it until just now. Screw it, moments passed.
Good evening, my darling batlings. I hope everyone's had a good weekend. Didn't do any stream last night because I was real tired, partly from all the fun we had on Halloween night with our D&D side story, and also because I ran out of coffee and forgot to get it at the grocery the day before, so I had no coffee to wake me up the whole day. Because that also left me too tired to go to the grocery.
Yeah, so definitely on
But I've got coffee
Friday,
now.
Yeah, but definitely on Friday we'll be continuing with the story.
Yeah,
so,
not on Saturday because JKR and Furret have another
Saturday is the
D&D
day
campaign
off.
they're doing, so we'll be doing something else on Saturday that I haven't decided yet.
Yep.
And as you probably noticed, we're not doing more Saturn of the Night tonight. I decided I'm not getting the authentic Symphony of the Night Saturn experience because when you play it in emulator, it runs really well with like no slowdown except for like parts where
You want
the game naturally. I want the authentic Symphony of the Night Saturn experience. So I'm playing
just want the
off stream on my actual Saturn up to the point we were at,
no.
including getting the equipment that we had and beating that side area that I did previously. So that's going to take a bit. I should be done with it by next Sunday, hopefully.
Shouldn't be that. Well, it's not. It doesn't take that long to get like a lot of that stuff back.
It does when the game slows down to a crawl as much as Saturn Symphony of the Night does. Oh my god.
I'm just saying, at least you're not farming like overpowered weapons.
Yeah, I'm not farming anything yet.
Yeah, no. So you're still in the normal castle. You don't have a lot to make up on. So
Yeah. But tonight we are continuing Devil May Cry 4 because I've enjoyed showing Devil May Cry 4 to people that have never played Devil May Cry. I've enjoyed showing the Devil May Cry series in general to people that have never played Devil May Cry, but Devil May Cry 4 seemed to be a lot of people's jumping on point if it wasn't 3. Or 5.
4 too, actually.
Because it was the first one that came out on something besides PS2, so it was open to Xbox 360 owners for the first time.
I think I watched you play it, Ari, at your place, and then that's how it got me hooked.
No, I didn't have it. I didn't have Devil May Cry 4 at that time.
Maybe it was 3. Maybe it was 3.
It was Ricky who had the Devil May Cry HD collection. So it would have been him that was playing it. I was in my boycotting Capcom phase at that time.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Why
Yeah.
were you boycotting Capcom back then?
Because of on the worst back then, mildly better now neglecting of the Mega Man franchise, because this was back to back cancellation of Mega Man Legends 3, which pissed off tons of people. Cancellation cancellation of Mega Man Universe, which not as many people were interested in, but still, that's 2 games back to back. Revealed that there was a unmade Mega Man X first-person shooter made by the team that made by some of the former devs that made Metroid Prime, that was worked on behind the scenes and then canceled but never publicly announced. So that's 3 games. And then the Mega Man MMORPG, also canceled. That's 4 games in the span of a year canceled.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, sounds about right with Capcom.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a Mega Man MM. that they were going to do, but
yeah, all of those canceled in a 1-year span, followed by the 25th anniversary coming by the next year and getting absolutely zero fanfare, and the only thing they have to show for it is some merch and a fan game that they decided to publish. And not even like in a Sonic Mania sense where it's like, oh, the fans made a pitch to... No, Mega Man cross Street Fighter. No, sorry.
Oh,
Street
right.
Fighter crossed Mega Man
that.
because Street Fighter got top billing despite it being a Mega Man game.
Basically, Mega Man versus Street Fighter characters.
Yeah, it's Mega Man, but the bosses are Street Fighter characters. And most people suspected that only got picked up because it had Street Fighter in it, which Capcom was going balls deep in at that time.
I actually played that for the Mega Man aspect of it, not the Street Fighter entirely.
Yeah, that's what everyone played it for, because it doesn't play like a Street Fighter game, so Street Fighter fans weren't going to be interested in it.
Anyways.
But yeah, that was my... Also, they were doing a lot of anti-consumer practices at the time. Like, you know, everyone was doing on-disc DLC for, like, stuff that they're like, oh, if you pre-order this, then, like, you know, Arkham City. Buy it new or pre-order it, and you get the Catwoman DLC for free when it's actually in the game's code. You're just getting an unlock key for it. Capcom was worse with that because, like, all of the DLC that they had for, like, the next year for games, especially egregious with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, was on the disc day one, and you just had to wait for them to allow you to pay to unlock it.
Oh, yeah.
They don't do that anymore, thankfully. They're much better now. But they... Like, it was a phase that was so bad for them, along with all the failed attempts to make new franchises and reboots that appealed to Western gamers, that failed to appeal to Western gamers, that led to them nearly going bankrupt.
DMC Devil May Cry.
Yep. Not just that, but also the Bionic Commando reboot, Remember Me, which most people remember as a footnote in the story of, Life is Strange. Yeah, a lot of stuff was not going well for them at the time. But Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition was one of the first Devil May Cry things they put out of the PS4 generation after the disastrous failure of DMC Devil May Cry. And it had new content. So that got people excited. Although they still managed to cock it up a bit by also doing a DMC Devil May Cry re-release around the same time that got a physical version, while Devil May Cry 4 didn't. Whoops. But yeah, enough about that. Actually, I'm gonna launch the game before I go into the game scene, because I noticed last time it caused that glitch with the controller not, my arm's not going into position properly.
Oh, bleach.
There we go. Why is it so loud?
Capcom presents.
I had to skip through that to make sure that the volume's at the right level.
I hear you too, no worries.
Oh boy, there's no volume setting.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, it's not... You have to click Start Game and then go to Options, where you can also find the PC settings. So...
Oh.
I'm just noticing how borked this menu design is. Okay, volume's at the right level. It's just that, like, first menu that's really loud and not affected by sound settings for some reason.
Yeah.
I was about to say, sounds like the Digimon game sound settings.
Now, with the Digimon game, the problem was I turned down the volume really low, but it didn't affect, like, pre-rendered cutscenes.
Which is weird.
Right. When we last left off, where the fuck were we? Oh yeah, we just, defeated Agnus and got Devil Trigger. And we saw the meme scene of, what the hell is this? And, now we're in the jungle. where I hear that they have fun in games and that they have everything you want. Honey, you know the names.
Oh.
Hey, it's still better than anything that Guns N' Roses put on Chinese Democracy. I should know, I have that album.
Okay, fair enough.
You knew it all along. How dare you?
I got some news, by the way, as far as Star Productions improv fan dubs go.
Yeah.
We have a second editor to help now that should also help with getting Devil May Cry 4 done.
Oh, nice.
Is he not your subordinate? He resurrected Yamato! It's your fault. It's your responsibility.
Traitor. Yes, Your Holiness.
I'm just remembering how this scene went in or maybe it was a previous scene involving the group where in the improv fan dub, like I had Agnus going on one of his hyperfixation rants. God, the camera knows what to focus on with Gloria. Sorry. Where the Pope was being, I keep calling him the Pope. His name's Sanctus. Was played up sort of like an Italian mobster. He's like, Fredo, yes, yes, Your Holiness, smack his nuts.
It just sounds like Guru from the freaking.
No, that would be Credo, smack his nuts.
Remains almost a stretch.
I think it's fitting though.
Perfect that you brought that up. A new Hiffle episode came out for Halloween.
Oh really?
Yeah. We get to see how they celebrate Halloween in hell.
Oh god.
That's no good.
Find us Nero and Yamato and bring them back to me.
It turns out that in the Home for Infinite Losers, they have a costume contest every year, and whoever wins the costume contest gets to go back to Earth for one day.
That menace Nero appears to be quite close to Kratos' sister, Kyrie. More than once, he called out her name.
Uh-oh.
Your Holiness, if I may ask, how did we not notice this before? We've raised them their entire lives. Agnus. Kratos, smack his nuts. By the way, that's Liam O'Brien as Sanctus.
Nice.
And
He's an awesome voice actor.
And TJ Rotolo as I clicked the wrong thing on the menu.
It's
Skipping through these. And TJ Rotolo as Kratos. If you don't know who TJ Rotolo is, you might know him as Frank West. He's covered Wars, you know.
Oh,
Wait,
jeez.
really?
From Dead Rising, yeah.
I know.
Or if you're a bad movie aficionado, you might know him as DB Cooper from the anti-hit movie Bigfoot vs. DB Cooper.
How dare.
People wonder why he's in that, and I don't know if anyone's gotten the chance to ask him. I want to be that person at a Q&A panel with TJ Rotolo to be like, why the fuck were you in Bigfoot vs. DB Cooper?
Well, yeah, for any of you Critical Role fans listening, Leon O'Brien is also the voice of Vaxeldan of Vox Machina.
I figured there was probably a connection to Critical Role with him. A lot of the voice actors that are in this era of Devil May Cry games have ties to Critical Role. Just this era of video games in general ended up being the founders of Critical Role.
Yeah. And the sad fact is I haven't actually ever really watched a Critical Role episode. I just, my whole thing is this. I guess my thing is I can't sit still and listen to someone else's campaign go through. Just because my ADHD just does not allow me to do that.
I relate. I'm the same way with other people's streams. No disrespect to my fellow streamers. It's an ADHD and autism wombo combo for me. So I usually have, when I do tune into streams, I'll usually have them as background noise for when I'm working on something else. Because I just can't focus.
Right, and it's like, for me, it's like, that's why I like watching these animated shows for, like, The Legend of Vox Machina, for instance. Whoa! Clumsy. Very dropsy, sorry. But yeah, so, like, I watch Legend of Vox Machina because at least there, everything's, more or less condensed. You actually get to see the stuff in action. So, like, there, I'm fine with watching, that all go down because it's like, it's not technically in a D&D campaign format.
So, guys, what are we feeling on the purple orb design? Does it look like a grape jelly candy? Like a grape jelly bean in the shape of a screaming face?
You know what I see, Ari? I see dark energon.
So what you're saying is dark energon is grape flavored?
I mean, it might as well be.
I see, like, I keep thinking Dark Eco now from frickin'
Dark Eco, Dark Energon, they're basically the same thing in terms of lore purposes.
Yeah, the funny thing is, here's the funny thing, Miles. Long before Dark Energon actually was announced as a thing in Transformers, I came up with the very same idea, just ripping off the idea from Jack and Daxter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was just like, when I first heard Dark Energon actually being a thing official, I was just like, those bastards, they stole my idea!
Sure
that's how I probably told this story on stream before, but that's how I felt when I discovered the movie Pieces, which is about, it's like slasher-ish type movie, more murder mystery than slasher movie, which technically classifies as a giallo film, but that's a whole other thing that I haven't really looked into. About like a murderer who's going around murdering beautiful models and like collecting parts of their bodies to stitch together to make his perfect woman as like an art piece. And I had an idea for like a story with a villain like that. And then I'm like, God damn it, Pieces ripped me off. How dare they come to the year 20, whenever the fuck it was that I thought of this, and then go back in time to like 1981 and make this movie. And I had never heard of Pieces before I started thinking up that story. I only heard about it because of the Cinema Snob back when I used to watch him.
Yeah.
Because he did an episode on it.
Who really watches the Cinema Snob anymore?
Almost like you were about to call him Cinnamon Snob.
I almost did, and I was trying to correct myself.
Alright, so, welcome to the jungle. And here you see the famous jungle mansion. The reason he was saying, what the hell is this, is because there's not supposed to be a jungle here.
Where's the fun in games?
We found him. Well, the fun and or games depends on your definition of fun and or games. Like, there's the fun in, slaughtering demons. But then there's also the fun to be had at the end of the jungle when we encounter Kyrie again. The more, say what you want about Kyrie being very much like a backseat character to Nero's story, but she's adorable, and I'm not okay for basically anyone that Stephanie Shea voices. It started with Hinata, and it has gone on to be a recurring thing.
Earth to Belmont, are you here with us?
Nico?
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. You were just very quiet, so we weren't sure. I was like, did something happen?
No, I'm just letting you guys talk.
Hey, If you feel like chiming in, you can. Don't feel like you can't say anything. I do like this particular these demon designs, like at least that one anyway. I just like the fact that it looks like a rag doll.
Yeah. Like I said, Devil May Cry tends to get creative with its demon designs. Has the devil cried yet? That's why I'm asking.
No, for it. The devil hasn't cried yet.
Also, shouldn't you be in bed for it?
Yeah, right? I was like, now go back to bed.
Go back to bed, old man. I'm going back to bed. What? Don't baa at me. You're not a sheep.
No, I thought he was. I thought he was a fur, not a mareep.
Or a flaffy.
Furreep.
Oh god, these Pokemon fusions are getting out of hand again.
It's a furry. So, I'm almost done with my Mega Evolution binder.
Good. What you gonna do after that?
Yes.
Phantasmal Flames.
How hard's that gonna be to collect?
I'll probably get most of the. I probably can get all the commons and like rares from just one booster box. And then just fill in the blanks from there.
Okay. Oh boy, disappearing platforms. Every Mega Man fan's PTSD trigger.
Ay. Yeah.
I was surfing the web yesterday.
Surf
the web,
surf the web, surf the web.
Oh my gosh. And a particular video popped into my for some reason I have not watched any of this content for years.
Okay, what was it?
Somehow, what do you think it was?
I don't know, tell me.
It's from our past, Ari.
Tell me.
So
that could mean many things.
Do you have any idea how little that... Okay, Miles, allow me to interject here. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows that down?
Okay, look. It was related to a certain YouTuber.
Is it Darkside Phil?
Yes, for some reason it popped into my...
Yeah, for some reason
feed.
I've been getting like recommendations on like video essays and highlights and stuff related to Darkside Phil sucking. And I'm like, boy, are people still doing that?
Apparently.
I mean, yeah, I know that. You guys know you're not gonna bring him down, right? He outlasted Rooster Teeth in its original incarnation.
That's the scary part.
He's like a cockroach. His channel won't die, no matter what controversy he gets himself embroiled in, because he's in on it now. You know that, right? He's just like, hey, Shadow Dragon,
doing it on purpose.
Speaking of people from our old days, like he's figured out that he can monetize all of the hate against him, and people are just playing into that in their attempts to try and end his career. Like, he's playing y'all like you were damn fiddle.
You know, if Darkside Phil is a cockroach, then you know what? Someone needs to do to like what? Do you know what's needed to actually bring him down?
Raid?
No, specifically.
Raid Shadow Legends?
No, shut up. What you need is a jewel wasp. Someone who can actually...
Don't talk to me about wasps. I have a phobia of things with stingers.
Fair enough. Let's just say that this particular insect actually can get rid of cockroaches.
Okay. You know what else can get rid of a cockroach? A boot to the head. And the entire body.
Kill it with fire.
The hatred just makes Phil stronger, like Terami. Exactly.
Yeah.
To JKR, we bequeath a boot to the head. Boom!
I'm just re-sleeving my binder while watching.
But also, Miles, when Ari asked you what you were going to do after you finished this particular set, you gave the wrong answer.
Should have been then.
The correct answer is that you are going to, one, pay Ari for that Dragon Dagger, and two, you are going to ship out the stuff that you said you were going to ship out to me for it.
So, I'm going to still. I have everything.
I know, dude. I'm
Packaged
messing
up.
with you. I am messing with you.
And here's the other problem. When I had the money for the Dragon Dagger, like, I obviously had it, and then I had a medical bill come up, which was what killed me.
Yeah, I get you. I'm really just
Like-
messing with you, dude. I
know
get
you
it. You have your reasons, and I get that. I was just mainly messing with you. I'm sorry if that
Like-
if you took it the wrong way. I didn't.
Oh
mean for
no,
it to
I'm
come off
not.
The wrong way.
I'm not. I'm just kind of saying, like, hey, just as a heads up. I'm still paying off my ER bill from when I fractured my foot and sprained it really badly.
Ooh, I forgot you had to deal with that.
$1,800.
Fuck.
So going to the ER.
10,000 years could give you such a crick in the neck.
And
I
I'm
can't
paying
take
like a
that
payment
line
plan.
seriously because, like, I've seen a YouTube poop based on Aladdin more times than I've seen Aladdin, which is I've seen Aladdin once. So, what is ingrained in my brain
Membrane?
is not 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. It's the YouTube poop version of it from the old YouTube poop from Alvin Earthworm, who old internet old heads might know as the creator of Super Mario Bros. Z. He used to have a YouTube poop channel that he has since nuked, and only scattered re-uploads of some of his videos from that channel still exist. A lot of them are lost now. But one of his later ones before he ended up nuking that channel was called Aladdin Commits Suicide.
Oh, jeez.
And it was based on the movie Aladdin, obviously.
Obviously.
And, like, when the genie's released from his lamp, the first thing he says, other than sit down, bass boosted so it blows out your speakers, is, 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the balls.
Hey, JKR.
What?
I'm sending you probably the best Spiro card photo. This is the,
Okay, give me
I'm gonna try to
Also,
get another
Shadow
one.
Dragon, you'll be happy to
Spiro.
hear that I finally tried out a bit of Ninja Gaiden 4 today. Gotta say, I gotta get used to them revamping the control scheme yet again, after it took me a while to get used to how the controls were set up in Ninja Gaiden Black 2, or Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, or whichever it was called. But
Ooh,
I'm
nice.
liking it so far. I can definitely see Platinum's influence on it, especially when it comes to character designs. I'm loving our new deuteragonist, Yakumo, I believe his name is. He's such an edgy boy, and I love him. Also, the priestess, Sayori, I believe her name is. They didn't have to give her, like, a subtle design hint of her wearing shibari rope bondage in her priestess outfit, but I appreciate it. I'm like, yep, Team Ninja's back, baby. After a good, like, decade of weird attempts to try and act like they weren't one of the horniest Japanese companies out there that still has a modicum of respectability to their game design, they are back in full force, baby.
So, this is something I stumbled across a couple days ago, and I just stumbled across it again because I downloaded the ad to my Google Photos and forgot I put it there. But apparently, Anime Milwaukee next year, one of the featured guests is going to be Mim, as in Mimkibus.
Oh, Mimkibus, nice.
Yeah, Jesse James Grell. If that's how you pronounce her last name, I cannot.
I've heard alternating. I've never heard her say it, but I've heard alternating sources say it's either pronounced Grell, Greel, or Greeley.
Yeah.
Which is why I would like to hear her say it to put that mystery to rest once and for all.
Right. And like honestly, I wish I had the funds to really go to Anime Milwaukee, because Anime Milwaukee is not in Illinois. That's in Wisconsin, I think.
Yes, Milwaukee is in Wisconsin.
No, I'm saying is like I've never honestly, there's a few anime conventions that I've been to. Only like it's like maybe 3 in my entire life that I've actually ever gone to. ASIN was the first one. Well, actually, no, I take it back. ASIN was not the first. ASIN was not the first. The first was one in Indiana called Ramen Con, which was a really nice little con. It was like one of those. It was like a lobby con, is what everyone called it. It was like everyone was just kind of hanging around the hotel, having fun. But now it's actually at a convention center, which is kind of to me.
Where the fuck is the last enemy in this area? I've never had this problem before. Hello, where are you so I can slice and dice you?
That's a good question. Will you be able to look at another information for the web album?
There he is. He's just wandering around. Not anymore, he isn't.
But yeah, so the first one I ever went to was Ramen Con in Indiana. Second was Anime Magic. And then third was ASIN.
Okay.
I know of like a couple more anime conventions like that actually have the term anime like in their title. One of which is Anime Milwaukee, and the other is what was the Anime Midwest, which unfortunately Midwest I don't plan on frequenting due to the fact that from what I understand, it's run by the same person who runs Con Alt Elite, and Con Alt Elite's runner is a massive PDF.
Oh.
Yeah. So I do not intend to give that guy my money.
Time to let it rip. Hey, I don't know how the Beyblade theme goes. I didn't watch much Beyblade.
Beyblade. I think it was like Beyblade. Let her rip.
I know, I just know the end of it. Like, let's Beyblade, let's Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip.
I only remember the commercials. I've never.
I didn't get to watch the anime because it came on when I was like just getting ready to go to school. Because I had to, since my mom was a teacher at the school I was at, she had to be there earlier than the students did, which meant I had to get there at the same time as her.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I missed out on a lot of stuff that would air, like, in the time slot before school. That's also why I missed out entirely on Transformers Cybertron, as well as the later parts of Energon, because that's, like, around that time is when it got knocked back to, like, a 6 or 7 in the morning time slot.
Oh, yeah.
At least for reruns.
But I would love to go to Anime Milwaukee, if only to meet Mimkibus. But, you know, like, I can't really justify going out there just for, like, one person.
Yeah.
And then again, it's like, who the hell do I know who lives in Wisconsin that I could crash with?
I was about to say someone I know, but that was like, no, that's Minnesota, not Wisconsin.
The fact is, I keep thinking I've got family in Wisconsin, but no, I don't. I have family in Minnesota, but not Wisconsin.
Minnesota.
Also, the person in question I haven't talked to in years because I haven't been on Facebook, and that was our main way of talking.
Yeah, I lost my Facebook years ago.
Yeah.
I haven't lost my Facebook. I've just chosen not to get on it.
I mean, that's fair. But yeah, I stumbled across this, and I'm like, I'm holding on to this only for the fact that I want to just kind of remind myself this is a place that features the man, and I do not want to be anywhere in his presence, because I'd rather not. There's a convention apparently in that's like in my area, like Lake County. Not like I'm not in Lake County, but I'm close to it. I'll say that much. On stream, I'll say that much. But apparently, a convention called Lake County Collector Con. They apparently announced that they have invited Vic Mignogna as one of their guests.
God.
Yeah. Enough said.
You want to know the most delusional thing I've seen out of the Vic Mignogna cult? People acting like his career is doing better than ever. And that is tied with the people who think he won his lawsuit against Funimation and the two actresses that he also sued as part of it, where it's like, oh, he had his suit thrown out of court and he had his appeals rejected because his suit was baseless and he was deemed to be impossible to slander because his reputation's that bad. Like, no, that is not winning a lawsuit. That is definitionally losing it as hard as you can without it going to trial.
Right.
And yeah, he's married now. Doesn't mean he's not gonna cheat on his wife like he cheated on his girlfriends throughout his time that he was hooking up with underage girls at allegedly hooking up with underage girls at conventions. I say allegedly because his exes have spoken on having found out about it.
Yeah. So you were saying, Miles?
Oh, I was gonna ask you, do you need Kangaskhan for your Project Kano? Because I still have a spare Mega one.
Let me check my stash. I don't have it in the room with me, but I know where it is. I'll be right back. I think I do,
Okay.
but let me just confirm.
Carrying Shadow Dragon finally catching up to his messages in chat said, yeah, I actually saw that Yakumo was pretty good to play as, and Sayori is the name. And parrying is pretty tricky because you have to block at the time when where the enemy attacks. And the game is going to be like Devil May Cry 4, the cover of it not helping that, looks like it, lol. So yeah, I figured it was going to be like DMC4, where like you have to wait a while before you get to play as the main character of the series. I got that vibe just from the first level. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be one of those games where I have to play a lot of it as the new guy and then play part of it as Ryu. I'm fine with that. I'm not that attached to Ryu Hayabusa as a protagonist because he's a very nothing character in terms of his personality or what's displayed outwardly in games. He's very stoic to the point where there's not much for me to get latched onto apart from his achievements. But like, as far as like, from what I've played, because there are some games I haven't played, but like Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3, like not much to grasp onto with him because he just plays everything poker face. So I'm like, what is your deal? What do you think? What do you give a shit about? What are your interests? Why did you turn down Rachel when she was throwing herself at you? By the way, any 3 guesses as to what this boss's name is. The plant snake lady.
Lamia, I assume?
Nope.
You know what? I recognize her. I will. No spoilers. I'm not going to say anything other than this. She actually makes an appearance in the Devil May Cry anime.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one. Yeah, the Netflix one.
Yeah. Okay.
Her name.
But yeah, Miles.
I'll go ahead and
sorry.
spoil it for you because you're never guessing it. Her name's Echidna.
Yep. I thought it was Echidna.
Yeah. Also, to confirm, Miles, no, I do not have Kangaskhan.
I will give you one of my Mega ones then.
Okay, cool. Still need to find like a regular Kangaskhan because I'm like, I'm gonna have like both the Mega and the regulars for like these forms too. Because why the hell not?
Okay.
Apologies for my
yeah,
god-awful
I haven't
gameplay in this boss fight. I have never been good at I've never been good at, like, keeping a high stylish rank in, the Echidna fight.
Oh, Miles, you'll be interested to hear this. On Halloween night, I went over to a local card shop because they were doing like trick or treat stuff. So they were giving out free card packs and everything to anyone who came by. So and the funny thing is they have like this little thing at the front at the counter of like dumping any cards that you don't want from any of the packs you buy, and just dumping them in there so they can like resell them, or whatever. And the funny thing is, I'm looking at that first thing I see in there is a Flareon, and I'm like, why would you get rid of a perfectly good Flareon?
Because they do.
I guess someone like I was tempted to take it, but I'm like, I don't know if they were like willing to just give that card away. I think they would prefer that they actually throw it back in like with their bulk stuff that they want to try and sell single or whatever. I'm just like, hey, you know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna. Plus the fact is I'm getting a free pack of cards anyway. So what's the why the hell do I need?
Was it?
The pack had some spare cards that I already had, but it also had some cards I didn't have. Like, it had some more Johto cards than anything else. So I was like, okay, cool. Just didn't have any Kanto ones that I needed.
Do you remember the set?
No, unfortunately. Some of them were randomly packed.
So it's not like it's not like a specific booster set. It was just like
they had, it's just some overstock cards that they had. But they also did throw a booster pack in there. I just do not remember what the booster pack's title was.
It could have been anything from Mega Evolution to like.
Yeah, all I know is that one of the cards I got in that pack was a Haunter. And so I'm like, okay, I already have Haunter, but I'm like, hey, I'm basically like holding on to other cards now because I'm like, this way I can actually just any cards that I happen to save up, like cards that I just don't need for whatever reason, any cards like that, I'm just gonna kind of hold on to and store away until next Halloween, or the following Halloween, and just give them out as like trick or treat goods.
Can I read off this description because I've never actually read it before?
See.
And it just hit me like a truck about how fucked up the biology of echidna is. Sephirotic fruit. One of echidna's seeds. This fruit of her womb holds to the power that binds together demonic plants.
Oh boy.
And with that, I'm done. Have a good day, everybody.
It seems as though the Sephirotic fruit is in harmony with that strange tree.
I was looking something up real quick.
Yeah, that's about an appropriate response as any to it.
Agreed.
So it's definitely not Mega Evolution if you have a Haunter, so.
Well, no, I don't think the Haunter actually came out of that pack because I'm looking at it. The card has like the pumpkin Pikachu
Halloween set.
It was one of the trick-or-treat sets then.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this actually came out of the booster pack, so I think that's what it was.
Right, that's that stage clear over. That was quicker than I thought it would be. I forgot how quick some of the stages in Nero's half of the game can be.
Yeah, my memory is just garbage.
No, it's not garbage, it's trash!
No, your memory is trash. Mine
Your memory
is garbage.
Garbage! I throw trash all over the ring, then I start eating garbage. Still need to cosplay the Trash Man at a convention sometime.
Yeah.
I just need
Also,
to get some proper equipment for wearing a wrestling singlet, so I don't have any unnerving bulges showing.
Yeah. So just a heads up for you, Nico. I was just kind of going through some old cards here. I still have your Gardevoir. I need to find where I put it, but I do have it around here somewhere. When I find it again, I will send it your way because I did promise you that you would have it, and I intend to fulfill that promise.
I mean, that is completely up to you, but I do appreciate it.
You okay, dude?
I'm fine.
All right.
All right, mission
Just,
8.
Just deep in thought. That's really all there
Alright.
is to it.
Okay.
All right, if you say so. Didn't. Just making sure, dude. That's all I'm doing.
We're just looking out for
You're
you because
fine.
you're a bestie of a lot of us.
I know, just something right now that I'm thinking of that shouldn't be spoken of on stream right now. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Say
Say no more.
Are you gonna
Oh,
say
my
it?
game
No
just
more?
pinged.
You didn't say no more. Not to be confused with Nevermore. That's a Raven thing. I'm not a Raven.
Nevermore.
Both the Raven.
my
Eat my
box.
shorts.
Eat your shorts. What the heck?
It's from the Simpsons version of the Raven.
I didn't hear that, so receive that, I guess, technically.
I saw it in one of my English classes.
That's weird.
We saw, but that same English class showed us 2 versions of the Raven. One narrated by, I believe it was Vincent Price, and another that was from The Simpsons, where Homer was, you know, in the role of the narrator, and the Raven was Bart.
That's funny. I just heard my game ping. What does that mean? Oh, it is Shiny Gardevoir.
Are you going to name this one Gardevoir?
I don't know yet. I might name it. I don't know.
That is really weird.
I still need to have Nico name one eventually.
Yeah, not what you said. I'm not saying what you just said, Miles, was really weird. I'm just saying it's like, I swear I had 2 Gardevoir cards, and I can't find the second one. I know I have it around here somewhere. I just don't know where the hell I put it, and now it's starting to drive me crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once. This sentence is over.
Good. 'Cause I'm holding the ball camera right at you, ready to hit you with it if you continue stealing my bed.
Hey, what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine.
I need Nico to name this Gardevoir.
Huh?
Name
have a
Miles
shiny
caught a shiny
Gardevoir.
Gardevoir, and he needs you to name it.
What gender and what gender?
I think it's a male, unfortunately. Let's see. No, yeah, it's a male. My other one's a
Okay.
female.
Give me a second to think of one.
Here.
Jeez.
All right, let me make sure I'm going the right way. I believe that... No, this is not the way, because the walkway is destroyed.
Do you know the way, my brother?
Apparently not. I have to keep reminding people, I have 0 sense of direction.
Yeah, honestly, when I was walking around a convention with Jamie Premack back in May, she said the same thing. She had like no sense of direction, and I was just like, Jamie, are you sure you know where you're going? She's like, I'm just kind of wandering around. I was like, okay.
Okay, I got a name for the male Gardevoir, and
Okay,
it's
what is it?
and it's a an honorable mention to one of Castlevania's great alchemists,
Okay.
Ronaldo.
With an I instead of an E. Or an O. So, R-I-N-A-L-D-O.
Ronaldo, like Ronaldo, yeah.
After Ronaldo Gandolfi, the creator of the Whip of Alchemy that would go on to become the Vampire Killer.
Okay. It is done.
Yep.
Also, you'll be happy to know, Nico, I just found the Gardevoir.
I do appreciate it. It's up to you if you wish to send or not, but I do appreciate it.
dude, I will send it to you. There's no question I'm gonna send it to you. It's just a question of when. And I'm probably gonna try and do it before I leave for Castle Orlok next month.
Yeah,
I'll try and get your stuff out before I have to leave.
Yeah, I will. When I get paid for my for next month, which is going to be I get basically 3 checks because it's going to be a back pay check for missing out on 1 check this month.
Okay.
I will be putting together yours, Ari's, and my other friend's care package.
Okay.
So I will get that sent out to Ari's place.
All right.
So Ari will be expecting 2 packages.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably make that 3, Ari, because sorry to cut you off, Nico. Go ahead. You first.
Go ahead. No, you first.
I mean, I'm just gonna let Ari know that I have to ship out a couple of things ahead of my arrival, just because I don't think I'll be able to get like a free stow bag on my flight. So
Okay.
that's
Yeah. I do have one question though for the both of you.
yes.
Aside from the cookies and hot chocolate, is there any candy you guys are particularly wanting or craving? Or
Reese's
any form
Cups.
of like... Alright, Reese's Cups for you, and then what about you, JKR?
I think honestly, I'm good with anything chocolate related. But if I had to narrow it down, I'd probably go with Snickers.
Okay, so Reese's Cups and Snick. Actually, oddly enough, I think they have a Reese's Cup and Snickers hot chocolate set
nice.
thing. I think they still have it. I'll have to look.
Yeah, I mean, if they do, great. If not, it's not the end of the world.
I'm just curious.
Speaking of candy, I went by the grocery today, to get my coffee, and also I just happened to look at, like, what the half-price candy for post-Halloween was going to be, and it was all cleared out except for, like, one specific kind of candy where the entire, like, set of it on the shelf was still intact, not one had been taken.
What, was it candy corn?
No. The candy corn was gone.
You're kidding me.
Didn't you
People
say
in
it
North-
was peanut M&Ms?
No, that's gone now, too.
Oh.
It was Shackalicious gummies. As in the Shaquille O'Neal branded gummies.
Oh, jeez.
Yikes.
No one wanted the Shackalicious gummies. And neither
Gee,
did I.
wonder-
I don't like
I didn't know they
gummies.
existed.
Yeah, Shaq's new thing, apart from appearing in advertisements for Gold Bond, is Shackalicious gummies. He also tried getting into the burger industry with Shack burgers, but those were only around for like a month or so. Damn shame, because they
Yeah.
were big burgers.
Yeah, I know that Shaq is also like he's appearing in commercials for the General Insurance.
Yeah, basically, like, outside of his commercials that he appears in as like a celebrity spokesperson, his big thing now has been Shackalicious gummies, which are fruit flavored gummies in the shape of Shaq's face.
I'm sorry,
That's
but
creepy.
no.
Also, what was the bonk for?
That was just in case you were going to say anything.
I was just gonna tell them what Shackalicious gummies are.
Well,
Not
that's
everything I say is horny degenerate shit.
that's
No,
in
you're
case-
saying creative.
Press X to doubt.
No, sometimes it's cursed degenerate shit.
Yeah, so here's the thing, Ari. Consider it an advance for the next cursed or horny shit you say.
Okay, then that means you don't get to bonk me in that moment. Because then you'll throw
Yeah, that's
off the
fine.
entire rhythm of bonking.
Hey, it's what I do. Oh god. But yeah, so like I will ship some razor blades up your way just because I can't take those carry on.
I've got razor blades up here. If you want to get like one of those Like, I've got those safety razor blades, you know, the individual blades that you put on that you put on a safety razor handle. If you want to get one of those, which you can get them for like $5-6, then I'll have plenty of blades for you here.
Okay, I might as well just...
Because I bought a
like,
100
like,
pack, and I'm nowhere near close to them. Close to done with them.
Okay. Okay, fair, yeah, I'll probably just get
I underestimated how many would be in a 100 pack, because it's not 100 blades, it's 100 packs of blades.
Oh, jeez.
And how many blades per pack?
I don't know. I haven't counted.
Oh
God.
no.
Yeah, but like, I'm assuming you've got shaving cream up there.
Yes, I do.
Right?
I've got shaving gel and shave butter.
Okay. Because I basically it's like I'm still going through like my back supply of Dollar Shave Club razors, and I know you can handle those.
I think I also have like some Harry's razors and Dollar Shave Club razors here too. I might.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And this enemy type is a callback to Devil May Cry 1. They are called... I forgot already. Like I said, I'm not very knowledgeable on Devil May Cry enemy names, but I recognize these from Devil May Cry 1 because they show up once you start getting outside the castle.
Ooh.
And they were like the Mook type. Hold on. There was a long message here. Shadow Dragon saying, I remember Ninja Gaiden 3 tried to do this thing with Ryu of killing is bad when one of the villains gave him the Grip of Murder curse, but at the end, after the curse was lifted, one guy was like to Ryu, you're not a murderer, you're not exactly a hero either, that's exactly what it means to be a ninja, and I'm like, then what the fuck was the point of all the killing is bad stuff, considering it's never been a problem in the first two games? That's one of the many reasons Ninja Gaiden 3's story falls flat on its ass. It tries to do the whole, like, you know, killing has consequences, and, murder is bad, and, you know, Ryu's not exactly a good guy because he kills a lot of people, but that falls flat on his face because the solution to the killing is bad curse is more killing. It's like, I put a curse on you to keep you from killing people because you kill too many people, Ryu Hayabusa. And I'm like, motherfucker, first of all, you're a terrorist who just wiped out part of London. You're not much better. And second of all, what does the curse do? It will kill you. Does it keep him from killing? No! I really miscalculated this, didn't I? Yes, you did, Regent of the Mask, which is a horrible name for a villain.
Are those things called like something like assaults or something?
What?
Those demons that you were like, oh, this looks from Devil May Cry.
I can look it up in the, pause menu. Or...
Because it's not Scarecrow.
It's not Scarecrow, no, they're the lizard-type enemies. They're lizard man enemies.
Are the other ones, and Cutlasses are normal.
I can't check in the pause menu. I have to check in the main menu. God damn it. It changed things up on me. But I'm pretty sure it's not called Assault or Cutlass.
Hold on, I will look it up real quick.
Like, Devil May Cry enemy names are weird. I will say that.
I'm doing my duty here. I'm looking it up.
Like, they're one of the only enemy types that shows up in both Devil May Cry 1 and Devil May Cry 4.
Okay, let me look.
Like, they're the lizard men that are dressed up in sort of, like, Aztec Mayan-ish armor. They got, like, shields on their arms. Seems like the Sephirotic fruit is somehow reacting to that
Blades.
strange tree. Blades, yeah, that's what they're called. They're called blades, despite not fighting with blades, even though these guys fight with blades. You know, the scarecrows.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our mind. Lawrence? You party man.
Oh, I'm on a 3-stream watch streak on this computer. Cool.
It's almost like you should be watching more of my streams if you want to get that streak up.
Excard on me.
Yes, Excard on you. You're a mod.
Well, yesterday I fell asleep really early.
Well, yesterday I didn't stream, did I?
Day before yesterday I slept early.
I'm hearing excuses.
Yeah, what was that you said to us several times, Miles?
Don't you dare use that on me. Sorry.
I'm hearing excuses, you guys.
Oh,
To quote Miles above.
I'm not getting involved. You're getting.
Nico is not party to this slaughter. He's not an accomplice to this verbal
Don't
slaughter.
help me, please.
It seems
what do you want me to do?
It seems
I have
you're
no
calling-
control over these two.
This is
Help me, please. We'll find a way.
this is the
Tell me what you want me to do, and I will help you. Other than that, I don't know what I can do for you.
This is the helpline. It appears you're calling from Castle Orlok. You are beyond help if you got yourself wrapped up in that.
Look, you telling me you
I'm
want me to
scared.
help? You want me to help you yet? I've already been scared of last Friday though. Fun as hell. It was just why?
Because it was a
scarred.
filler episode. You got to do the three
Well, yeah, it
kobolds
was
in a
a-
trench coat.
You know what? And then it became instead of that, it became 7 Fleamen in a knight's cloak.
Yep, complete with helmet.
Yeah,
I think you were about to say
all-
Fleeman in a nightclub. I was about to be like, what?
They were trying to get into the club.
I mean, to be fair, one of those Fleamen did have a date with a succubus right outside the bar.
Well,
Unfortunately, now he is. Unfortunately, his head was in the tomato soup, in which Riku proceeded to take said head and keep it on her inventory.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Now I'm in the part where you have to head the right way by following the light, and by that I've never really understood what it means.
Follow daylight.
It's hard to tell what follow the light means when the bloom makes everything look lit up.
Yeah.
to quote Michael Dobson, follow the light.
To quote the theme for Virgil in Devil May Cry 5, bury the light.
Yeah, I'm still excited. Like, here's a funny thing, actually. I don't know if I told you this story, but he was thrilled that someone actually knew what the heck Bionicle was, and that someone actually brought him a Bionicle related item to get signed.
Nice. I just had the wrong way, didn't I? Yep. I feel like this is probably something that was a bit more obvious in the original version of Devil May Cry 4, where it didn't have, you know, next-gen post-processing effects, and by that I mean Bloom cranked
Yeah.
up to 11.
All right, now I'm starting to feel a lot better and over what
That's
happened.
Good.
That's it.
I'm glad to hear that.
As am I.
And all it took was ganging up on Miles.
I think it was more so the lines of the 7 Fleeman and Night Cloak thing, but okay.
Oh, okay.
I really want to get a miniature of that now. Just have like 7 Fleemen stacked in a Knight's Cloak, but how would that even work?
The Knight's Cloak would be the Knight's Cloak would be like a cloth piece that you could remove.
Well,
Yeah,
here's also the thing though. The cloak is like so big, it's like dragging across the floor, and the helmet is like encompassing the entire body of one flea man.
Oh, jeez.
If you wish to leave this forest, do not fall into darkness, but rather treat her kindly to proceed. Where there is light, there must be shadow, but shadow leads only to darkness. No,
Also,
Shadow leads to certified absolute Kino cinema if Sonic 3 is anything.
Also, the Echidna thing that you were fighting, it could be. I can tell you of a way more weirder Echidna.
Is it any of Ken Penders' echidnas?
No. Okay, one no. Final Fantasy has a weirder Echidna. Apparently in 14, Echidna can split herself into 3 pieces.
Oh my.
And then each of those pieces move on their own by jumping because they're on like one sharp leg.
Would you like to hear how weird Ken Penders' obsession with echidnas has gotten, thanks to him finally coming out with at least the first part of his Lara Sue Chronicles story?
The fact that that a lot of the I'm assuming a lot of the echidnas are like is like reference to as like close ones or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember.
mean, apart from them, being just reskinned versions of the characters he created for Archie Comics, and that one of them, because he can't let go of Knuckles, is a reskinned version of Knuckles named Knox. They are not echidnas for legal reasons, because he can't trademark the term echidnas, but he can trademark an alien race called Echid apostrophe Niaz.
Oh. I will say this though. I did like Julie Sue though. I will admit that's
well, you'll be
the one I
happy
like.
you'll be happy to hear that Julie Sue is in it, and we get a scene of her breastfeeding. But she's drawn.
What?
But she's drawn by Ken Penders and looks freakish, like everyone drawn by Ken Penders does. The man's not an artist.
No, he.
He's a writer, not an artist.
So...
He needs to stop doing his own art.
Okay, so the dark side of DeviantArt, I got you.
Yes, they're
Darker than
they're
the dark
like
side of
weirdly humanoid.
Yeah.
Like they got these long, lanky bodies, and their fur doesn't have fur texture. It looks more like skin.
Mm-hmm. It is very disturbing.
The light of the sun, which shines on all creation, illuminates a clue leading to your future. Keep darkness behind you and proceed straight ahead. I see. I don't get it. I'm basically gonna keep bullshitting my way through it until I get it.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
I mean, viable strategy is viable.
That's how I've always gotten through this puzzle, because I refuse to look up a guide.
Let's see what else.
There's light, there is always shadow. Keep shadow behind you. I'd rather keep... Okay, shadow can be behind me, but Rouge is gonna be in front of me.
Shadows
are
everywhere. And where they are.
Yeah, if all things go to Keikaku, you may have Rouge.
I am in Tregwade.
In Tregwade.
That is if all things go to Keikaku.
Speaking of Rouge, Dubas Goobus mentioned Rouge for like a few seconds in his Halloween animation, and that made some newer people that had just discovered him discover his design for Rouge, which you guys have probably seen. You know, she's basically an orb in terms of her body proportions.
Yeah.
There's an HD furry fan art version of his design of her now.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Really? Really?
I love how
It's okay. Go take care of your needs. We understand. When Rouge gets me hot and bothered too.
Yep.
Still not a furry.
Miles, did you hear something?
Miles can't save you here.
Who says I'm asking to be saved? I've seen way worse and
You're
way
beyond
scarier.
being saved. You're with me, motherfucker.
Again, I never asked to be saved.
I didn't ask to be saved, Dad.
That's the funny thing. Like, I know certain people in my life, like certain religious types in my life,
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, Neo. You're not among them. Have actually, quote unquote, tried to save me.
Yeah, I had a guy at my college orientation try to do that. I fell for it for a second because I was like, sure, why the fuck not? And then he just kind of like started following me around once I started actually going to college, and I had to like have an outburst at him to get it through his head. Like, dude, you're stalking me. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. I'm not gonna practice speaking in tongues with you. And no, I'm not seeing angels just because my medicine that I'm having a bad reaction to is making me hallucinate.
I mean, to be fair, if we were actually to be able to see angels, one, they would be biblically accurate, and two, our minds would not be able to comprehend it.
Yeah, that's one of the things the Bible says about the appearance of angels. They're horrifying to look at. That's why they say be not afraid.
I know.
That's a thing that a lot of people who are more religious than me, you accepted, of course, don't remember or understand. That's part of why I like Bayonetta's angel designs so much. They're more biblically accurate than a lot of stuff is.
Well, the thing is this, though. In the studying of, like, how I made my OC, I had to learn about, like, all different kinds of things, from creatures to, religious things, and I can tell you this right now. The artwork and stuff of biblically accurate angels I have seen in drawings and art and all kinds of lore aspects. Yeah. Oh my God, the echo.
That's not from you. That's Miles didn't exit the call. He went AFK and left his headset there.
Oh, okay. And anyway, the deep dive I had to go into, it was interesting. And then one of my friends who had a very interesting desire for these biblically accurate angels showed me shit I did not want to see.
Oh, he's a monster fucker then. But righteous and sanctimonious about it. He's a godly monster fucker.
It goes beyond that, as in he had as in they had a custom. Let's just say he had ways of relieving himself. That's it.
Oh, the holy hole. I see.
Yeah, but a custom plush of one.
Okay. Anyways, off that topic, because for once it wasn't me. For once it wasn't me that went into cursed territory. We're about to get into a boss fight.
Oh boy! I just want to ask you, Ari, I don't know if I've actually like muted him entirely for like all of us, or is it just?
It's muted. Is he back? No, it's just I have to mute him on my end, but then I won't know when he's back.
I get you, because what I did was I muted him on my end just that way I wouldn't have to hear the echo.
Yeah, I will mute him right quick, and if you could put in chat for him to let us know when to unmute him.
Yeah.
I don't have him muted, so I can let you know.
Okay.
No, okay, because Ari just muted him, but...
Yeah. Oh boy, we're fighting Credo!
So just to confirm, Ari, you muted him, or...
I muted him, yes.
Okay, want to be sure.
So when on my first few playthroughs of this, it didn't click with me how people didn't realize that Nero has that, fucked up demon arm this whole time. Like, these guys are childhood friends. How'd you not notice that? And yes, Credo is ascended too, so he thinks he's an angel. No, the fuck he isn't.
He's actually a demon.
Yes, demons that look like angels. Look like, artwork depictions of angels. Each one taking on a different design aesthetic. This one being more like hawk or eagle themed, whereas Agnus, as we saw earlier, was moth themed. But there's a bit of easily missable lore about Nero's demon arm, which is that him having the demon arm is a recent manifestation. He didn't always have it.
Yeah.
Like, it just popped up one day, and he's been hiding it because he thinks people in the church will excommunicate him or think he's a freak or try to kill him.
Yeah.
So, like, my thought going into this, because I missed that bit, it's like an easily missable line, is that he always had this arm, and somehow throughout, like, 20-something years of his life, nobody fucking noticed. Which would be funnier. But, you know,
Yeah.
would be a massive plot hole.
Right.
Alright, the Kratos fight is sort of like a boss fight version of those fights with the possessed armors. But what you're supposed to do is break his shield by just wailing on it. And, you know, wailing on it with the right attacks, which I'm not doing. But the grab move plays into it.
Okay.
And then you'll make him vulnerable for, like, his actual grab. See how it changes color as you throw him more and more?
Hold on. I think I missed it, so...
Like, it went from a blue aura, now it's a red aura. Or, like, orange.
Oh, okay.
It's the aura around it, not the whole shield.
I see. Sorry, I clicked away for a moment because I'm doing some, like, file sorting, too. So I was just, like, I want to make sure I was...
Okay.
Yeah, but I am paying attention. I'm just, like...
And now it's broken.
Oh, nice.
So now I can deal some wombo combo damage on him if I get the timing right. Here we go. And when you wail on, when you do the grab with Devil Trigger active, it gives a longer animation and deals more damage.
Nice. But yeah, I put something on a flash drive, and I'm trying to remember where the hell I put it on that flash drive.
Okay.
Ah, found it.
Yeah. First Credo fight's pretty easy on Devil Hunter difficulty, at least. Obviously, it's going to be harder on the higher difficulties.
Right.
Like, minor spoilers for Devil May Cry 5. While I like Nero's gameplay with the Devil Breaker arms more than how Nero plays in this game with just his one demon arm, the Devil Bringer as it's called, I like how the Devil Bringer manifests in this game as more than I like any of the visual effects for the Devil Breakers, because it gives me like JoJo vibes of like it's not the arm that grabs it, it's a spectral hand that comes out of the arm.
Boy.
And the arm came out of the hole.
Ah, yes, the hole.
He's going Angie. Must have been in the Chungus. No, it came from the hole. Just like the Chungus came from the hole. Where'd the hole come from? It came from the hole. Did it will itself into existence? Is that what I'm saying? Yes.
Don't make me throw you in the hole, Ari.
Then I would become a whole person. Not a whole person as in a person who has become whole, but a person of the whole.
And your point being?
Look, you don't want to deal with whole people. They're hard to kill. Trust me, I've failed many times.
I mean, Here's the thing: it's hard enough to kill you as it is, so I don't see any difference.
Yeah, my lack of ability to be killed isn't due to like any special vampiric nature or like, you know, basically chaos god in a mortal plane form like Dracula. Nah, it's just because I'm too stubborn.
That or people are too stupid on how to kill you. They don't realize what the actual weakness is, and chances are neither do you.
You're right, I don't, because if I knew, then other people could find out. I choose not to learn.
This isn't what you think.
Exactly.
Why did you do this?
Uh-oh. Milady? Seriously,
Not a holy
Agnes is
person.
so theatrical, and I love him.
Agnes actually kind of reminds me of
Not to worry.
welcome Lennox.
Leonix9702, welcome. Oh no, Kyrie, you saw something you didn't. Quick! You saw something you didn't. Quick, quick, get kidnapped. Yes.
Honestly,
Like, we
Agnes
were trying to keep it a secret from you. Now come along as we take you for a sacrifice.
But yeah, Agnes actually, like, to be honest with you guys, Agnes kind of gives me the whole Eggman vibes, at least with my Eggman, like how I'm very theatrical in the character of Eggman. I see myself in that when I'm cosplaying Eggman.
Man wears a monocle despite not being visually impaired. He is theatrical as fuck, and he lives for it.
Welcome back, Miles.
Okay, let me unmute him.
You're fine. They had you muted.
I told you. Didn't you see the message?
Here.
Well,
When you got back, dude.
it was for when you got back. It was a message that I had him put in chat because we were getting a lot of echo from your headset. So I had you temporarily muted until you got back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like next time you're away like that, just mute yourself and then unmute yourself when you come back.
Gotcha. Sorry about that. I never had that feedback. That's the weird thing.
How is your kitty doing?
Wanted all the pets and possible.
Good.
We got a new item.
Pets.
The Aegis Shield. Shield once held by Kratos. Those who take it up will find a new source of power. Now I've got your power! I like Agnus. I'm glad we're in agreement on that, Leonix. Agnus is underrated in this game. But yes, this ability allows us to hold enemies and use them as meat shields.
Yay.
Also, Leonix, just so that way I can, for my own personal peace of mind, I need to know, how is your name pronounced? Is it pronounced Leonix or Lennox? Just so I can... Because your name kind of makes me think of a character from a movie who was named Lennox. And I think he spelled his name, but I think they spelled the name...
The former? So Leonix.
Okay. Gotcha.
Either that, or it's pronounced former. In which case... Ah, yes, the accent upon the syllable.
Why do I have Salazzle in my head now because of that?
I mean, first you were thinking of Rouge, then you were thinking of Salazzle. Sure there's not something you want to tell us?
Nah,
I mean,
nothing.
If you're, I mean, it's okay if you're...
You're among friends who
Salazzle.
like to... It's a foreigner name, you know how it goes. Yeah. I do make an effort to make sure I'm pronouncing foreign origin names correctly.
Same here. Like, I assumed it was Lennox, but thank you for correcting me.
It's from my days as a cashier where I had a lot of customers that were from other countries originally, and I would try to learn how to pronounce their names. Because when they rang up their like store membership cards, it would show their last name on screen, and I would try to make sure I was pronouncing it correctly.
I'm required to do that at work.
I would hope so.
I mean, I was, for me, it was like the same thing when I worked at the fish market because I would. We had this thing that we called the aficionado club, and it was like basically for like basically anyone who was like a regular member. If they paid like $50 per year, they would get a I think a 10 to 15% discount on their entire order.
I like you already, Leonix. But put the Discord command in chat. He's welcome.
As you wish, my lord.
Lady tonight.
Sorry, I slipped, my lady.
Actually, no. Go with Lord, because saying milady comes off as kind of neckbeardish.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I do have a bit of an neck beard going on, but still.
That's... You know what I mean.
I know.
Monarch, yeah. Legally, I can't be Monarch. That name's already taken by Amelie.
Yeah. Besides, Lord actually sounds more epic, in my opinion.
Speaking of epic, this is basically like a beefed up version of the suit of armor enemies that we encountered.
Nice.
And
JKR.
These guys are so cool. Yes, they are.
Did you tip your fedora when you said that?
Oh my god, no.
I don't wear a fedora.
My sister used to wear a fedora. I got her to wear said fedora.
Here's the thing, if you don't have a fedora, you can't say milady. It doesn't work then.
Did you know that the guy from the famous, like, fedora neckbeard image is actually the guy that played Pugsley in Addams Family Values?
I believe it.
Or was it Addams Family Reunion? I don't know. I haven't seen any Addams Family stuff ever.
Yeah, I saw...
Which is sacrilege from my goth girl heart.
I actually did see, on Halloween night, someone who, like, lives at the, like, at the end of the next block up, they have, like, a little projector on their front yard, and they were just kind of, like, projecting movies on every night throughout October, onto the big wall of like the trail that's above like on that's basically like basically what's called the Bloomingdale Trail.
Okay.
Yeah, so like it's basically an old railway track that was repurposed into a bike path and nature trail, but it doesn't really go that far. It should go further, but they never really went that far with it.
Thank you for the follow. And thank you for the pie as well, as part of that follow redeem.
Oh boy.
I found, thanks to one of Timo's friends that I talked to the other day in her server, I finally got a name for a redeem I'm going to add for being able to specifically throw pies at me. Because I can't get away with calling it Cream Pie Me on Twitch without getting my ass banned. She gave me a punny name that I could go with for the name of the redeem.
What?
Hi there.
God damn it.
Womp womp.
No, not Womp Womp. We're not a German or cat.
Not what I was going for.
Although,
okay.
Although my typing sound is said Womp Womp.
Not what I was going for, but okay.
I'm aware.
I know you're aware. That's the thing that gives me a headache.
Yeah, I woke up and chose violence, like I tend to do.
Just like Lulu.
You always wake up and choose violence, Ari.
Not always. Sometimes I don't wake up. It's called being an insomniac. It's a serious problem.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, I tend to be insomniac myself these days because I've got like so much. I don't know what it is. I fall asleep during the day and then I wake up late at night and I'm just like up for hours after midnight. Hate it.
See, I have the I don't have really that problem. The fact is, I'm just tired all the time, and unless I'm going out with Lulu somewhere, I'm just asleep, listening to YouTube or just not doing anything at all.
Leonix said, sometimes the sleep is violent and I wake up fucked up. Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
Yeah, that happens to me from time to time.
That's also a thing.
Damn, I can't lower the bridge because the tentacles got it. I know they're supposed to be roots, but, you know, tentacles. What are roots if not the tentacles of the tree?
So what you're saying is it's just Mother Nature with tentacles, got ya.
Yes, roots are just Mother Nature's tentacles that she uses to embrace all of us and do lewd things depending on what stuff you're watching.
Okay, no.
Look, look, everyone's had their first experience with Evil Dead and learned that roots can do horrible things.
Yeah, I know, which is why that I made it a point that if stuff like that tried to come near me, I just burn it to the ground with sacred flame. So there you go.
You were saying, Miles?
That makes more sense now. Oh, I was looking up the double trigger that I asked about last time we did this.
You were looking up like an image of it.
Yeah, and I'm 99.9%.
Oh my god, the head pats are loud tonight. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh, it is loud.
My head pats on each hand.
Thanks for the heart attack.
Blame JKR this time.
Okay, now I can finish my sentence.
Go ahead, finish your sentence before I say what I have to say to JKR.
I was gonna say real quick that the double trigger in this game is definitely the same one as the other game.
Okay, it's just it appears in a spectral form this time.
And a few differences in the other version, obviously, because it's updated. But
yeah, and running in a different graphics engine and with a completely different art style. I mean, I wouldn't be the reason I said I wasn't sure if Nero's Devil Trigger looks the same, and you can reflect back the black hole attack and one-shot them. No, I did not. Thank you for teaching me that. I'm always learning new things about these Devil May Cry games as I stream them. I've been playing since, like, around, I want to say, like, 2015. So I'm still relatively new to these games. But I have played through every game in the series. Yes, even Devil May Cry 2, unfortunately. But I'm always, thanks to people like you and Chad, I'm always learning new strats that I never would have thought of. Just since you're a new viewer, I kindly ask for not posting like direct spoilers, because my friends here in chat in the call have not played the Devil May Cry games. They're not gonna know how it plays out.
I mean, I have, but the others not.
I haven't.
Yeah. I haven't really played a Devil May Cry game. Like I've seen Ari go through them, but that's every once in a great while.
Yeah.
And I've tried to play 4 as my first one and immediately lost interest because I just like
4 is an odd one. Like, while it seems to be a lot of people's introduction to Devil May Cry, from what I've gathered, because it was the first multi-platform one, it is an odd duck to get started with because you spent so much of the game playing as Nero.
Well, the thing is I had a couple of friends who told me about Devil May Cry and telling me like, hey, you like playing Lament of Innocence? This game plays something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I think I might like this. And then I tried 4, and then they didn't give me really much of a recommendation. And then I tried 4 because I saw it came out. I'm like, you know what the hell? Let me try it. And then I'm like, okay, I kind of felt lied to.
I would say, if you want something more like Lament of Innocence that's more focused on exploration, like exploring one central location, Devil May Cry 1 would be up your alley.
Well, not just that, it's just more so, like, I like the combat flow of Lament. That's what, aside from lore, I like the combat flow of, like, Lament, like, you have to actually practice the moves in order to unlock new ones. That's just how my brain goes.
Yeah, the way Devil May Cry works is you still do have to practice moves. It's just more so that instead of practicing moves being the way that you unlock more moves, practicing moves teaches you, more effective ways to fight, so you get higher rankings,
Yeah.
and as a result, get more red orbs as a reward, which means being able to buy more moves.
Yeah, when I ever get my vision back, I'll definitely have to play through the series.
And that's a when, not an if. We know that.
I know, but like I said, I do not know how far medical silence has come.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying, Nico, you had something you wanted to say to me?
All right, yeah, thanks for shaving 15 years off my life.
Yeah, well,
If I end up passing away, I'll be sure to haunt you. I'll be that one ghost that stands in the corner watching you as you edit, and I'm just gonna be pointing at you, and you're gonna be like, and you're gonna know why I'm doing that.
Am I not using the revolver as? Am I not using the revolver as a self-nerf? No, it's because I have played through these games, but I've not mastered them. I by no means claim to be good at Devil May Cry. I tend to not use the guns, more so because I've always been a more melee-focused fighter in games like these.
Late.
So that's why I'm not using Nero's, massive fucking revolver. It's not as a self-nerf, it's more so out of habit.
Yeah, I can relate to that fighting style. In most games like this, or like any fantasy game in general, I'm more close and personal rather than range, because
I should not have gotten through that laser trap, but holy shit, I'm taking it.
Focusing on my target, and actually being up close in the action rather than just being like, okay, I'm just gonna be shooting shit at you.
Well, the way that guns are used in Devil May Cry is not as a main offensive weapon, unless if you put the gun at L2 or R2 and just hold it, you have a tactical nuke on demand. I never adjust the controls in Devil May Cry games. I stick with them as standard because my muscle memory's gotten too used to that.
Yeah. No, it's just not more so. It's just more so like how like a fighting style I like to do in general, not like just targeted specifically the one game.
I also haven't put many Proud Souls into upgrading the gun's abilities. So there's that. Like I said, more melee-focused fighter, and I'm by no means what people would call good at Devil May Cry. I just play them pretty casually. Although I do try to improve my playthrough each time.
Yeah.
Although, I will say, if you want to... I have learned through the more than anyone should reasonably do amount of times that I've played Devil May Cry 2, that is a game that, if you like using guns, that is a game where the guns are the only weapon worth using.
But yeah, so Ari, you want to know what sounds more epic than Lord?
Majesty?
Emperor.
Yes, but I'm not an emperor, I'm a lord.
Yeah, you may be a lord, but
the only thing that would come close as a related title to someone of my stature, given I'm not like, a leading force of vampires, would be Duke or Duchess.
What about Count?
I wouldn't be a Count. Maybe a Viscount.
Yeah.
But not a Count.
Yeah.
Because Dracula's the only Count.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only Count, alright.
He stole Orlok's title, I guess.
Look, my family and Dracula have a long-running feud where my father has begrudgingly aided him and been given the wrong name throughout history, which is part of the feud. He keeps getting credited as Allrocks for some reason.
The fact, it's just the only difference is just one of them is just a power hungry worshiper of a chaotic deity, and then the other is, well, You can tell it better, Ari, about your
If you
side.
ever do YouTube, don't use count. YouTube mishears it as something else. Yeah. Yeah. I do YouTube. I have a channel that I post my VODs on, and I have a channel where I very infrequently do reviews and retrospectives of games. Where
Yeah.
I'm working on gathering stuff for a retrospective on Splatterhouse, if you've ever heard of that old Namco series.
You mean the Bandai
But
Namco
I'm
game?
not monetized on either channel. But I know I'm at the cusp of being monetized on my VOD channel, because my original channel, and all I need to get is the watch time up for it. Yeah, Splatterhouse is a hard series. It has its roots in the arcade, so it's meant to be a quarter muncher. And yes, you can
Yeah.
I don't know if the YouTube command works or not.
Let's find out.
What have you done to Kitty?
Like, there might have been an error on my end, putting the command, yeah, the YouTube command doesn't work. I need to fix that with the bot.
Yeah.
Anyway, you ready to kick Agnes's ass for the second time?
To save Kitty.
But this time he's in his angelic form. Poor Agnes, he gets his ass kicked 3 times in one game. More than any other boss in this game.
In other words, you're telling me he's just a punching bag.
Yes, he really is. But he gets one of the best scenes with Dante. I was listening to the intro theme of Splatterhouse 3 and forgot how good it sounds. Yeah, Splatterhouse has an underrated soundtrack as far as, retro games of that era soundtracks go.
Yeah, Splatterhouse, a lot of the horror games in general for the arcades I guess older consoles are very, very good. I mean, a lot of them you can't really go wrong with.
I wish they made Credo the punching bag. I love his boss fight. Yeah, it's a shame that Credo doesn't really get a second fight due to how the plot plays out. He kinda does, but not really. But yeah, it's a really epic fight, and it doesn't get, a second act follow-up, really.
Oh, what time is it? Oh,
It is 9:50.
I think I'm gonna head off to bed. I'm kind of not feeling the best, but
Okay, I hope you feel better.
Yep,
All
I will.
right, get some rest.
Yeah, see you guys tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, tomorrow. I'm planning on doing more Time Stranger tomorrow.
Sweet, I'll be there.
I would hope you're there. You said you got that for me specifically so I would stream it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Get some rest, Miles.
You can tell I'm a little loopy. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow.
Get some sleep, you maniac.
Yeah, Barry's gonna wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning again, so I need sleep now.
As cats are wont to do.
Yes, his clock has not adapted to the time change.
This is his first time change, isn't it?
Yes.
So
His
yeah,
first real one, yeah.
it wouldn't have adapted to it.
Right?
But yes, get some rest.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Later.
See ya.
It's hard to believe this guy fathered Nicoletta Goldstein, isn't it? I have to be careful when I say Nico to make sure it's not the Nico that's currently with us.
Yeah,
Right.
I was gonna say there are 2 different Nikos here.
They're spelled differently, and
one has a C, one has a K.
yeah. And here's one of the few times we see Sanctus in his angel form. Where he doesn't even go for a specific animal motif with him. It's just like one of the armors kinda, but more regal looking. Now I kind of see it the silly in the DNA. Plus there's a bit in Devil May Cry 5, where it shows that she carries over her father's habit of stuttering when she gets excited.
Let's see. I am posting both links to both channels in the chat for Leonix, so that they can check out.
Yeah, the
both.
youtube.com/ Lord Arikado is my VOD channel, which, if you like D&D, there's some VODs on there of our ongoing Castlevania D&D series. And Arikado's Unpleasant Dreams is my review channel, which I haven't posted on in a while, and I'm alternating between, like, working on a retrospective of the Metal Gear series, and Splatterhouse, as I said. Did you ever tell your friend how much people fucking hated Nero back in the day? Yeah, people hated Nero for a while until Devil May Cry 5 especially did a lot to change people's opinion of him. But, like, we saw how bad a Devil May Cry protagonist could be when the Devil May Cry reboot came out, and we got that version of Dante. People started to think, like, were we too hard on Nero?
Yeah, I do remember one of my friends from Gaia telling me about how much people disliked Nero, and I'm just like asking why the reason is, and he's like, we just don't like him.
Look, the only reason people didn't like Nero was because he wasn't Dante. It's like how the reason that people didn't like Raiden for the longest time was because he wasn't Solid Snake.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It also kind of makes me think as to why people didn't like Rodimus Prime, because he wasn't Optimus Prime.
Yeah, the reason that people didn't like Rodimus was because he wasn't Optimus. He was a different character with his own unique leadership role that was different than what Optimus would do, and people didn't like that because they were used to Optimus.
Yeah.
Raiden was a very different kind of protagonist than Snake was. And people didn't like that and overreacted to it and got, like, really homophobic and bigoted about it.
Seriously?
Yeah. There was a lot of very bigoted stuff back then about, like, oh, Raiden's actually a woman because he looks so effeminate, or like Raiden, or like all these homophobic jokes about Raiden being gay because he looks kind of effeminate.
Oh, jeez.
And with Nero, it was like people didn't vibe with Nero because he was a very different character than Dante, and you have to play half the game as him. And, like...
Yeah.
Like, Leonix does give a good point. The thing of Snake and Raiden is that they're just skins, but Nero and Dante do play quite differently, yeah. Part of the hate for Nero is that people had to adapt to a whole new gameplay style for half the game. Which I will admit is a big hurdle to get over. And yet, that same complaint wasn't lobbied towards Devil May Cry 5, because they did more to make Nero's gameplay more interesting from the get-go, instead of starting out very bland and limited and getting more interesting as it progresses. When you get to play as Dante, his missions were designed by fucking Satan himself. I mean, they've said that Devil May Cry 4 is not finished. Like, the reason Dante's missions are so unbalanced and just backwards versions of Nero's missions is because they ran out of time to design Dante's half of the story, so they just had to throw together what they had from Nero. If there's any... I'm saying this more for my friends here so they can understand, like, why Devil May Cry 4 has a mixed reception that has gotten better over time. Like, if they're, like, I know people want to see, like, how they've been remaking the Resident Evil games incessantly. I know there are people that want to see Devil May Cry 3 remade or Devil May Cry 1 remade. If they ever do decide to remake some of the old Devil May Cry games, one that really needs the remake treatment, like from the ground up reinterpretation, try to present it a new way with new content, is Devil May Cry 4, just so it's less of a slog to play through on like a fresh file. Yeah, they had to make a Devil May Cry sequel for multiple consoles with the same time and budget as Devil May Cry 3, which a lot of developers in that early era, especially on the Japanese side, thought that way, without factoring in that designing for the new HD consoles was more expensive and time-consuming than designing for, like, PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, where it was easier to port across the different platforms. Like, design one version, then port it to other hardware. Whereas this was like, we'll give you the same time, like, what was it? Back then, it would usually be like a year or two of development time to develop for two vastly different platforms that release on the same day, instead of getting staggered releases with the same budget as a PS2 game. It's not nearly as much of a disaster as Devil May Cry 2 was. I wouldn't even call it a disaster. It is rough. But I would like to see it given, a high budget, lengthier development cycle treatment to see its original vision realized. But I doubt Capcom will do that because, Devil May Cry is a series that doesn't have the same barrier to entry in, like, control fuckery that early Resident Evil does. So there's less incentive to remake those games from the ground up with modern game standards in mind, when they mostly hold up very well already. And also the whole thing of Itsuno no longer being at the company, so they need to find someone to fill his spot as the series producer for Devil May Cry. I'm a Mega Man fan. I'm used to finding a series in limbo when the series producer leaves.
Yeah, the same. I would say the same could be said for
Castlevania,
but
Castlevania especially.
But Iga did Bloodstained, which is a love letter to the original to the Castlevania Metroidvania style. But no, I do feel that pain. I mean, it didn't suffer as bad of a drought as Mega Man, but
I would say it suffered a worse drought because it still hasn't gotten a new game.
Give it this. It's still got a couple of multiplayer games and some forms of well, I can't say a couple of multiplayer games. There's only there's been like two, but no, Castlevania, I really wish there was a new game for that though, aside from just re-releasing. And if you're gonna re-release, please re-release Lament of Innocence. I want to play that again.
Yes, since they've done collections of all the classic Vanias and all of the Metroidvanias, the only ones really left to do these collections of are the 3D Vanias. I could see them not just Lament, 64, Curse of Darkness,
Lament, Curse of Darkness, and Legacy of Darkness.
Legacy of Darkness. That's the other one. I get them confused because they have very similar names.
Well, the reason why is Castlevania, the non-Legacy of Darkness one, is an unfinished game as compared to Legacy, because in the original one, you only played as two characters, and the game, I want to say it's like unfinished, but no, it is finished.
They admitted it was unfinished.
Yeah, they did. And then Legacy of Darkness rectified it. However, it made it more of a pain in the ass to play the finished version of the original CV64, because you had to go through two other campaigns, one of which is a pain in the ass.
I've heard. Mostly through that video I still need to send you of Good Vibes Gaming and Proton John doing a tier list of all the Castlevania games.
I'm actually excited because the Runaway Guys, Chugga, Nintendo Capri Sun, and Proton John got requests to play Castlevania, and Chugga has never played Symphony of the Night. And I am excited for that if it happens, because that means I get to see.
I'm surprised he hasn't played Symphony yet.
How long he's been around? He's heard of Symphony, but the only Vania, as far as I know, he has played is Order of Ecclesia.
Okay, so at least he played Peak.
He played Ecclesia's okay. It's a good game. I like.
I know it's my buddy Kier's favorite Vania.
Definitely. Well, Ecclesia is very good. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Ecclesia. Like, out of the 3DS games, I like Portrait the best, followed by Ecclesia, then Dawn. Mainly because I'm gonna be honest, getting the best ending in Dawn is a grind. It is a grind.
And I'm going to have to go through that grind when I eventually stream it as part of my venture into the Castlevanias I haven't played.
I'm going to tell you this right now with Dawn of Sorrow. I know you don't want spoilers. I know you don't want hand-holding, but in that one specifically, I might have to a little bit because of the fact that it's horrid.
If it's one of those things for like, oh, getting the good ending requires something that you basically need a guide to figure out, then yeah, I'm going to want some help.
You're gonna no, because the reason why is in the game they give you a certain item that looks useless and at first looks like there is no like story relevance.
So it's important.
And that's and they trick you, and that's how they get you the bad ending. They trick you. It's very mean and nasty.
Okay.
But no, I'm more excited for you to play Lament of Innocence. I want you to finish that game, because that game is one of my all-time favorite Metroidvanias.
Did you guys ever see that Wii fighting game where everyone looks like the Death Note guy? Yeah, Judgment. I own a physical copy of it. And everyone looks like the Death Note guy because the art was done by the Death Note guy.
Yeah. Yep. I will say this. JKR, I know Ari knows. You remember the werewolf picture we posted for the Castlevania campaign?
That is how Cornell looks like in Judgment.
That's Cornell in Judgment.
Cornell in like his mainline appearance is just kind of a guy and then a werewolf.
Yeah, and then Cornell in this one in Judgment is amazing. Also a very strong character.
Yeah.
Although I find it funny how Maria is the strongest one.
Yeah, basically every character in Judgment is broken in some way if you know the right tricks for them.
I can easily just tell you the trick. It's stopwatch and then just 3 smacks. You reset the knockdown, they get launched back into the air. You do clock the stopwatch again. You do that again over and over again until they're at 50 health, and then you just hyper them to death. It is literally stupid. Like, people at EVO made kill combos, and there's even kill combos for each character specifically made for Dracula.
Also, in regards to Castlevania 64 is so funny. They were making it at the same time as Symphony of the Night, and they expected to keep going in the 64 direction, but Symphony of the Night is the one that absolutely blew up. Yeah, because
Symphony, yeah,
it's
Symphony
not
was like a go ahead, you first.
A big reason for that is because of the perception of 2D versus 3D games in that era was like not just in terms of like, you know, the shitty games journalists of the era that would give like more harsh reviews to 2D sprite art games because it's like, oh, 2D is so old and outdated. We want 3D games. But those 2D games ended up holding up better for the most part. It's also because Sony's USA division at the time had a hate boner for 2D pixel art games, and Japanese companies that wanted their 2D pixel art games localized would either have to pull some strings to get them released by also releasing big 3D titles with them, or they would have to be like Capcom did back in an age where Mega Man was one of the pillars of their company, when Resident Evil was just getting started, and when Sony America was initially going to reject approval for Mega Man 8 and Mega Man X4 to get released overseas. Capcom was like, okay, we understand you don't want our lovingly crafted 2D sprite art games on it for American gamers. I guess you don't want Resident Evil 2 to come out in America either, do you? Because we're not releasing it here unless you approve Mega Man 8 and Mega Man X4.
Yeah, and again with the whole 64 and Symphony of the Night ordeal, again, Castlevania, Mega Man, they have lovely sprite work, and if people tell you that like sprite work is inferior to 3D, they would be lying, because because Castlevania 64, I wish it was a better game. I'm not gonna lie, it is the least favorite of mine, but Symphony of the Night, like if you look at that as well as like some of the older Vanias, like the classic ones, especially Chronicles, the sprite work and the models in those games look very good.
Yeah.
Like they still even the DS Vanias, they hold up. And Castlevania HD like amplified that, and HD was a 6-player multiplayer Castlevania.
Yeah.
Which thank God for Castlevania Project Unity. They did a remake of HD on the computer, made in the Unity engine, where they made it 10 players instead of 6, and added some characters, including some stages and music, with the option of adding music of your own music into the game as long as you made it into a set file.
Okay. So it's modder friendly.
Yeah, it's modder friendly. And I played the hell out of that game with a few friends, and I miss it. And I wish they made another good multiplayer Vania, but sadly, Grimoire Souls didn't. It was fun. The one thing that killed it for me was the shop. Like you had to actually spend money to get stronger in that game, where instead in HD you just found equipment and actually used your attacks to get stronger.
Yeah, something that blows my mind as far as like multiplayer games of that generation of consoles, Castlevania HD servers are still fucking up.
Oh, they are, because the fact that...
And you can still easily find a game in there.
Well, that's because Discord has a community that is that is like solely towards people who play HD. And I played... I found a lot of good friends through that who helped me out a lot, because back in the day, when I played HD, when it was like new, on my older file, I had almost 500 hours playing the game, and you could be surprised like how many people still play to this day. Like Ari said, like it's a love letter, and I really wish Konami would do another one, like a legit one. Like a multiplayer Vania is fun, but it has to be done in the right way.
At the very least,
something that is really hard to perfect.
At the very least, release like, you know, a graphically cleaned up version of HD on modern consoles.
Yeah, definitely. I also wished, because in the Unity HD version on Discord, that they did for PC only, they had they added Albus. They also added who else did they add? They added Albus. They added I think Adult Maria to that one. They added they added a lot of characters and a lot of weapons. They even had a stage solely dedicated to the bad ending to Symphony of the Night.
If you want to pop a casket, There's a video out there called They Were Wrong About Castlevania 64, and I swear to God, it's a whole ass essay that feels like it was written with the intention of being a response to that one AVGN video. To be fair, the AVGN video is very poorly done in regards to the Castlevania 64 part, because there's, like, when he can't figure out how to progress past the part that requires the Mandragora and the Nitro, it's like, my dude, you're not pressing the use button to make it look like you can't progress. All you have to do is press the use item button, which you have to have used to get this far.
Yes, and I will say this as one who played through Legacy and 64 with no memory card, which big mistake, never do. It is a headache. Yeah, I want it to do better. Like, the game looks fun. My only issue with it, it's not the it's not the controls, or for that matter, the level design.
I would say its controls are better than it has any right to be, given how clunky early 3D controls can be.
Definitely. My main issue is the endings and how to get them, because it's like, here's the thing. They did the same thing they did in Castlevania 2, where you had a set number of day and night cycles to beat the game, and certain events happen on certain nights and days. And if you're too late on that, you're locked out of the good ending. If you are also inflicted with a status in the game called Vamp, meaning if you get bit by a vampire, you're slowly turning into a vampire anyway, and your healing items don't work as well. If you get to a certain point in the game with Vamp status, you are automatically getting the bad ending, and you cannot defeat, I think, one of the bosses at all.
Okay. Thanks for... I like that you're going on this tangent, because it also prepares me for playing it.
I'm just going to tell you this right now. If you want an easy time... actually, no... Both characters are a hard time. It's just the fact...
Carrie's the easier one because she has the homing projectile.
Yeah, but she's also the hardest to get the best ending.
Oh.
Because, okay, so Carrie Fernandez is the younger sister of Carmilla.
I never would have guessed that.
And in that timeline, Carmilla never became a vampire. In that one, that's when she first became a vampire, and Carrie had to try and save her or defeat her. But the problem is one of the endings, if you reach her when you're a vampire, including when fighting Actrice, you're automatically locked out, and that happens halfway into the game.
Explains why there's cut model data for a 3D Carmilla in there.
Yeah, because lore-wise, Actrice had a thing about Carrie's family, I think. I forgot. It's been a while. But the fact is just Carrie had Carrie's rivalry is with Actrice as Reinhardt with Death and Dracula.
Okay.
But the one thing that is very confusing about it is, like, there's many ways to get locked out of the good ending, and there is only one true route.
Okay.
So if you, it's more along the lines of, hey, you buy too many items from a shopkeep, guess what? You're getting an extra boss fight that is very hard.
Yeah, that's a part that just reeks of bullshit. Like, don't give me a shop and then punish me for using it.
Well, it doesn't help the fact that the guy tells you straight to your face, hey, I sell you goods. Just don't forget, the more you buy for me, the more your contract is going to demand of you. And that raises a lot of red flags, which is why I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not buying from you at all, buddy. You're giving me this kind of crap. I ain't doing that. No, I will find my own items and I will deal with it.
There's a blue orb if you go back down the elevator and jump up. I did not know that, and I think I can't get it right now because we're, after this fight, going to get into the Dante rematch.
Oh boy. I'm assuming Dante's harder.
He's harder this time because it's not the tutorial boss fight.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's actually trying this time.
Yeah. But, sorry if I keep going back to 64. I'm on a tangent now.
It's okay.
Carrie also has a secondary outfit that is a throwback to Rondo.
Okay. You can
Which
just
is,
walk back
Young
after
Maria's
this fight.
out.
Okay, I will walk back after this fight and get the blue orb.
We're gonna walk back.
Walk
But,
back
Young
before
Maria-
going into the. Okay. Oh, I know the blue orb you're talking about. It's just I've never known how to get it.
Oh,
I can jump back down the.
I think you can.
Trying to.
I mean, I assume.
Nah, I don't think I can go back after this point. Oh, it's locked because I put the wing talisman in there to activate the elevator, and
Oh.
yeah, I can get it. I can get it when I come back as Dante, because we'll be going right backwards through this area in a few stages.
Yeah, but yeah, Carrie's secondary outfit is young Maria from Rondo, like straight up.
Cute.
Like she has the whole pink dress and everything.
Maria's awesome in Rondo.
Look, any character that can double jump and more importantly control themselves in mid-air jump is broken as all hell.
Any character in Castlevania who can control themselves in midair is broken in as all hell when it comes to classic Vanias, at least.
Also attacking in all 8 directions.
Yep.
What are you doing here? Forget it. I don't have time for this.
And neither do I. So I'll cut to the chase.
I just say, Devil May Cry 4 Dante, favorite outfit design of mine. I know a lot of people don't vibe with the more cowboy look of him in this game, but I like it.
Point being,
I mean, it fits him in a way.
It was originally my brother's. Return it to me, and I'll let you go.
Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
Oh my god.
The reboot people certainly didn't vibe with it. Yeah, they were homophobic as fuck about making sure that their Dante couldn't be perceived as gay in the slightest. If you look at their their GDC conference that they gave about the design of DMC Devil May Cry, they make a whole point of making sure that they knew what their Dante's vibe was like. And 2 specific examples they gave for what their Dante is not like are the Joel Schumacher Batman and Robin and Brokeback Mountain. So yeah, they were homophobic as fuck about it while trying to act like they're progressive.
Yikes.
When their progressive message amounted to rich people bad. Which, yes, but is that all you have to say about it? Yes. Seriously, don't play DMC Devil May Cry for its story. Play it for its gameplay. Because its story is hot shit.
Basically, play it for the sake of playing it, not for the sake of lore.
I'm not even saying play it for the sake of playing it. Its combat system, while very different from what Devil May Cry always does, is very good as a Devil May Cry styled game.
Well, yeah, that's what I was trying to point at.
Yeah, when people say gamers didn't like the DMC reboot because it wasn't anime, I feel that I'm going insane. Yeah, it's mostly the Western journalists. I don't mean to be like, oh, Western journalists bad, because there are good Western gaming journalists out there, including some that used to or either currently work at Kotaku for as dogged on as that industry, as that rag of a site is, and I'm getting my ass handed to me. Holy shit. Stop stingering at him. He countered every time. Sorry, I'm like half paying attention because I'm on a tangent. I will try to not stinger at him every time. Yeah, I gotta remember to look for openings in this. There we go. Sorry. Like I said, by no means a Devil May Cry expert. And I usually don't play Devil May Cry 4 from beginning to end as much as I do the other games. Because, like I said, very slow-paced opening. You know what? If I die here, I'm taking the death instead of... I don't even have a gold orb to use to get past this, so I'm taking that death. Restarting the... Abandon all hope. Yeah, I'm restarting this fight. At least I got some Proud Souls out of it. Yeah, sorry about that atrocious gameplay. I will try to be more focused.
I mean, to be fair, you're and then
Yeah.
you're just autopilot.
I've
so
got a
you're fine.
lot. I was on autopilot, yeah, but also I am not good at playing as Nero. I'm marginally better as Dante. I say marginally because I'm not particularly good at any of these games, but I just like the casual playthroughs of them. I'm gonna trade back Max Act for now and upgrade Table Hopper. That's gonna help me out.
You okay?
That in harder difficulties
Yeah,
uses
I'm
more
fine.
weapons. I'm not surprised, and I'm
Rosemary's
horrified to
doing
hear
her
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Rosemary was leaning again. So
I'm horrified to hear that Dante uses more weapons in harder difficulties and more styles in harder difficulties, but I'm also like, I wouldn't have it any other way. The reason I'm not playing this on harder difficulties is because this is a fresh file, so you have to beat the game to unlock the harder
get the
difficulties.
harder difficulty.
No, what the fuck?
good,
that was
JKR?
about. My headphones just randomly turned off. I think I must have accidentally hit the power button while I was leaning back.
But yeah, DMC Devil May Cry, I've got a lot of thoughts on it that I'm definitely going to share when next in this DMC retrospective I'm going to be playing that.
And neither do I.
This time I'm not going to try and do like I'm getting the originally intended experience by playing the initial release. Nah, I'm just going for the definitive edition because that's the objectively better way to play it.
Sword.
Yeah, it started that off with another stinger. Technically, it's called Streak for Nero, but the one without the fedora. Yeah, that's one of the downgrades of the definitive edition. You don't get to see Virgil wearing his fedora. They took that out specifically because so many people mocked it. Guide the raid, Potato Master. Depending on how long this stream raids, if they're still up, I will raid them.
Yeah.
A lot of Nero's moves are named after gambling. Yeah, I mentioned that in part 1 of this playthrough, that a lot of his moves are named after gambling and like cards and stuff. Which I think is a good, even his sword, Red Queen, has ties to gambling. Fuck it, I'm using the devil trigger because I'm a scrub.
Yeah, I think Palm should still be going by the time you finish, because...
I read that as Potato Master, not Palmetto Master.
Yeah. Yeah, Palm, she should be still going by the time you finish, because, like I said, she just basically started only about less than an hour ago.
Yeah,
so.
Like I said, it depends on how long this stream goes on for, which is basically until my energy runs out.
I get you. I mean, if she goes offline by the time you finish, I'll just refund the points to myself.
Yeah, because that has happened before when my streams have gone on longer than planned.
Yeah.
Or longer than Keikaku.
Like one of the D&D sessions we had went on for like... God, I don't know. I forgot how many hours.
Yeah.
I mean, they usually go on for like 4 hours or more, even though we usually schedule
but I think we had a session that
our first session went on for about 5 hours.
Well, yeah, because we had a very long intro. I mean, it was fun, but at the same time, we were like, okay.
Yeah, let's try not to get caught up in intros for too long again. This is going to be my ramen moment for the stream, where, like, there's an easy way to do this, and it takes me forever to figure it out. I can already see that coming. I can see that coming a mile away.
Also, to be fair, about the intros being very long, this was, like, the first time we did, like, like this kind of thing. Not only for this channel, but we had like a lot of new players to the game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
And
So,
I had
yeah, it was,
never
like, mainly tutorial.
played a 5th edition game.
Yeah,
So I need
it was
to
like
be-
mainly tutorial. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically it was like you, Lulu, and Chuck. They were like, you guys were like basically like new to mainly the 5th edition, and Lulu was just like new to D&D. So it's
Yeah.
like it was more of teaching you guys the rule set. Thanks to JKR and for its help.
Double trigger and still getting my ass handed to me. Welcome to one of my streams, folks.
Yeah. Actually, no. The longest stream you had when I was with you is was a Cyberpunk. The first I think like the first stream you did for Cyberpunk or something.
When you were with me,
That
it's
was-
not the longest stream I've done.
I was
Longest
gonna
I've
say
done.
6 hours. Like we went till like 1 a.m. or something.
Yeah, I've done the longest stream I ever did was because it was for a charity event, and I had to fill in an
Yeah.
extra slot at the last minute. Was I streamed? It was basically like 2 back-to-back streams, 6 hours
God.
total.
So 12
and-
hours combined.
No, 6 hours total, not combined.
Oh, 6 hours. So okay.
Yeah, not 6 hours each. 6 hours that went until like 6 in the morning.
Okay, because I was gonna say like because I was saying like a stream that I was on with you, the longest I've done with you, was the one for Cyberpunk.
Yeah. The other longest one I did before the Cyberpunk stream, because that went on so long because we were getting so into Cyberpunk, was the final part of my first playthrough of Ride to Hell Retribution. Was I was up until 5 in the morning on that one.
Oh God.
And that was solely because I was determined to beat Ride to Hell Retribution that night and not have to do another part.
I mean, fair.
Like, not that I don't enjoy playing Ride to Hell Retribution. It's a beautiful disaster piece. But it had been going on for so long that I was like, I just want this to be over. It was also my first playthrough of it where I had gotten to the end. And the end was in sight. And no matter how many times I died to bullshit and jank, I was determined to make sure I saw it through.
What was worse, that or watching the Bubsy pilot?
I mean, the Bubsy pilot, I didn't have to play.
Fair. But then again, you had to play Bubsy 1.
Yeah, and that only took 2 streams of like... the Bubsy pilot made up a significant chunk of the Bubsy 1 first part. But like, the second part of it went by quicker than I thought it would.
I didn't expect you to call my bluff about the pilot. I was like, oh, we should watch the pilot now. I didn't expect you to call my bluff.
Ask and you shall receive, whether you want it or not. Shout out to the fully clothed orgasm sex scene, really made for the gamers. I mean...
I'm sorry?
That's if you're playing with nudity turned off. Oh no, you're talking about Ride to Hell, not Cyberpunk. Yeah, not fully clothed orgasm sex scene. Fully clothed orgasm collectible sex scenes. Because they are tracked as a collectible in that game.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Every time you rescue a woman from being harassed or assaulted by a man, it immediately, abruptly, and jarringly jump cuts to a sex scene where everyone is fully clothed. But they still show, like, the humping and groping and stuff going on. It plays, like, cheesy porno music, and it's trying to be hot, but everyone's fully clothed. Like, it's like, I think Pro Jared put it best when it came to the mechanic girl. Was like, she's wearing a full jumpsuit. How is there any penetration going on? Does the suit have a butt flap? I don't see a butt flap.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Yeah, Ride to Hell Retribution, one of the games ever made.
It's a game.
It came out.
The game of all.
It came out.
It is the
That's
game.
more than I can say for Keiji Inafune's spiritual successor to Mega Man Legends, which never came out. Technically, it was never canceled either, just like Mighty Number 9 for 3DS and Vita was never canceled. It's gonna come out any day now. Just Mighty Number 9 for Nintendo 3DS comes out in the year of our Lord 2026 for the 10-year anniversary.
I mean, if I know this may never be a well, actually no, yeah, no, this may never be a thing. But if Nintendo ever did 3DS online or whatever, they may do that just as like, okay, you can only play it on this just to get players. But then again, that would not happen.
That would not happen because it's
not.
Mighty Number 9. It's not a selling point. It would encourage people not to play it.
I know. That's why I said it might not never happen.
Any day now, I have my Amazon pre-order. Well, actually, Amazon canceled the pre-orders. You know, about almost a decade too late, but better late than never.
Yeah. Which is a shame, though.
I know,
was
that's
hoping
the
Mighty
joke.
Number 9 did good.
See, I was a backer for Mighty Number 9, so I have a vendetta against that game.
Yeah,
I still have my
back-
box of shame, as I like to call it. The Famicom-styled, in massive air quotes, box that backers at the $60 tier got for Mighty Number 9. It was a piece of cardboard. That was it. There was nothing in the box. The manual could not fit. The manual that you also got for that tier could not fit in the box because they printed them at the wrong size. If anything is a collectible out of the physical rewards for Mighty Number 9, it's probably the American-styled box art collector's box for Mighty Number 9, because it seems like a vast majority of people ordered the Famicom style box instead of the NES style box, which they had different artwork. So the NES style box is rarer among these backer exclusive rewards.
Permit me, excuse me if I ask. So for the NES style box, I'm assuming they did the
They did
art,
the
like, in the style.
Yeah, they did like the bad
what,
box
the Mega
art
Man-
style.
Yeah, like the Mega Man 1 or whatever, with Mega Man holding the gun or.
Yeah, I don't know what the box art looks like because I've never seen a picture of it. They didn't show us what the boxes were going to look like when we placed our choices for them.
Yeah, I backed Bloodstained because when I heard that was coming out, I got excited.
Like, they gave us a questionnaire to select our, like, styles for backer rewards. And one of them was like, do you want an NES-styled collector's box, or do you want a Famicom-style collector's box? They never showed us what either was going to look like before we placed our orders for them. So everyone chose Famicom style, because we thought we were going to get some beautiful, like, throwback Famicom style box art. Nah, it's just the box art that's on, like, the PS4 edition of the game on a cheap piece of laminated cardboard. Also, they didn't mention that if you got the Famicom styled box, you got a manual that was entirely in Japanese, so fuck.
I mean, Famicom,
fuck most of the people that paid for your game, I guess.
I mean, yeah, but to be fair, you were asking for the Fama. They went 1 for 1 for it, so it's like, yeah, you want.
They didn't tell us that though. They didn't tell us.
You should have. Yes, but
we shouldn't have assumed, because they also told us that the manual would be full color. It's not. And it took a year for us to get our rewards.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, a lot of Famicom like games had a Japanese manual. It was assumed, like, put 1 and 1 together.
Well, yeah, but we didn't know that our choice of box would affect our choice of manual, because we weren't given a choice in manual.
Okay.
Either that or
Somebody
all the
ain't.
manuals were in Japanese, and I don't know because I've only seen the Japanese one. I have it over
That's
there.
because everyone. Just because, like you said, everybody picked the Famicom, not the NES.
Yeah.
You sound angry, Ari.
No, I'm not like
Yes.
I'm playing up the Angie for comedic effect.
Okay, I
I'm
was
not
just gonna-
like
I was just gonna
actually flying.
say-
If I was flying off the handle, I would have stopped the stream.
Okay, because I was just gonna say, like,
The move shuffle is completely smothered in iframes. I don't have shuffle. Oops. Like I play up my rants about Mighty Number 9 because like I was a defender of it up until release. I was one of those people that was like, I don't care about the drama going on with I play up the comedic anger for Mighty Number 9 because I was a backer for it, and 2, I was one of the people that blindly defended it and Keiji Inafune and his company up until I actually played it, ignoring all the obvious signs that it was going to be bad.
I've thought about playing Mighty Number 9.
Don't. It's a game that will make you mad if you try to play it like a Mega Man game.
I know because one person I knew who I will not name played it and he threw his controller at the wall and broke it.
Oh shit.
I have beaten it. I haven't beaten the Ray DLC, which people say is actually the better experience, and I'm partly inclined to agree. Partly. With like a few caveats. Like there's also like this sort of like I want to say Stockholm scenario with Mighty Number 9, where there are people that say the problem with Mighty Number 9 is that you're trying to play it like a Mega Man game. And I'm like, I'm sorry for trying to play the Mega Man spiritual successor from the Mega Man guy like a Mega Man game. I guess that's my fault. But the Ray DLC, I will say, is better, if only because it's less monotonous. It's basically an enforced speedrun mode, where it really forces you to use the absorption mechanic in ways that you never would when playing as Beck, the titular Mighty Number 9, because your health is constantly draining throughout every stage. And the only way to slow it down and restore your health is by constantly absorbing enemies. It makes for a really breakneck, intense playthrough. Where I say it falters is the boss fights, because you don't really get those opportunities to heal yourself. So, say you're like me and you made it all the way to the infamously bullshit final boss that has, I think, like 2 or 3 phases, one of which is a yellow devil fight in everything but name. And your health is constantly ticking down.
Time for this.
And neither do
If anyone has played a Mega Man game with a yellow devil fight, you know how hard it is already.
Yeah.
Now imagine playing that with a ticking timer in the form of your health.
Yeah, the only Mega Man game I beat was Mega Man 1, so yes, I did fight
Did you use the pause glitch?
Nope.
There's no I was going to say there's no shame in using it, but holy shit, I'm impressed.
Ari, I'm going to tell you this right now. I have a rule games and SNES games in general. I don't like cheesing I don't like cheesing mechanics if I can help it. I make it like literally when I played Castlevania 1, I purposely gave myself 1 life even though I had 3, and if I died, I started the whole game again.
Reminds me of an old friend of mine who tried to beat Contra on 1 life and succeeded.
Yeah. It can be done.
I know it can be done, but it's a very
perseverance and a
difficult
lot of
task to do.
practice. Yeah, perseverance and a lot of practice.
Shout out to Bloodstained and Shovel Knight, the only 2 Kickstarter games of the era that I got, lol.
Bloodstained is like
Bloodstained is
peak.
peak.
I love it.
I'm excited for the sequel.
Yeah, Iga took his time getting everything out because even he thought like a lot of the stuff was not possible, but he made it possible and it made it work. Like,
I will
took
say,
a long
like,
time, but it worked.
I feel like a lot of the hate for some of those era of Kickstarter games is a little overblown. Like, especially the backlash that Yooka-Laylee got for being a warts and all spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, especially.
Yeah.
But it's not, like, horrible by any means. It's just very dated in its design, and it's like...
I think it's more along the line. Since Banjo-Kazooie is a very popular like franchise game that people adore and remember, they're trying to look at Yooka-Laylee as if like, oh, this game is going to be just as prodigious as what it was before, instead of looking at Yooka-Laylee like, okay, this is a spiritual successor. We can't expect like one for one, like, and I think they just like went in thinking like it's gonna be like just as peak as it was back in like '98.
Yeah, I will say, as someone, the problem with Yooka-Laylee is that if you play it without Banjo experience like I did, it's just not really that much of a fun or interesting game. That's how I played it too, and I didn't hate it. It was just very bland to me. Because I didn't play Banjo-Kazooie growing up, because I didn't have an N64. But I will say, I haven't gone back to Banjo-Kazooie since it came out. I mean, not Banjo-Kazooie, Yooka-Laylee since it came out. So, this could be very much like, you know, not necessarily nostalgic goggles, but more my famously very unphotographic memory. But I remember it having some mechanics that were undercooked.
Yeah.
Or, like, poorly explained.
Yeah.
And now there's that remake out that people say justifies Yooka-Laylee existing because it fixes everything.
Yeah, I played Yooka-Laylee when it did came out, and I did play Banjo-Kazooie back because I did have an N64 before I had a PlayStation. And I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't enjoy it as much as Banjo-Kazooie itself, but I did enjoy it. Like, the game, there's not much wrong with the game. The game's fun. It's just, like, a little more could have been done to give it, like, as good of an experience as the original Banjo and Kazooie, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, Yooka-Laylee got hated on too much. Mighty Number 9 got just the right amount of hate. Everyone was expecting Bloodstained to be like the hat trick of indie Kickstarter-funded spiritual successors to old franchises being a flop. But Bloodstained turned out the best of them, and it shows that Iga really knew what he was doing as a director. Whereas, like, I would say part of the reason Mighty Number 9 was so poorly put together is because you look at Keiji Inafune's history with Capcom, he was very rarely a director on projects. He was more of a producer or executive producer.
Yeah. And, Iga, I love Iga to death. Like, Iga made, again, like, he made Symphony of the Night work with a good team, and into the DS-Vanias, the Game Boy Advance ones. I also believe he did worked on Lame. Yeah, he worked on Layman and Curse as well, and I believe. I'm
not sure if he did. I'll have to look it up.
I'm assuming he did because, again, he worked on a lot of the Metroidvanias. I'm assuming he probably did, but in the end, the games are very, very good. Like Iga knew what he was doing, and although Bloodstained took a bit to get everything he promised out there onto Bloodstained, he got it to work. And I'm sad for Mighty Number 9 because I wished Mighty. I was rooting for Mighty Number 9. I was hoping like it would be brought back, because then it would be like you got like two of the biggest franchises from NES coming back in a new modern way.
You cooled off yet, kid?
Finally beat Dante. I beat him by going Devil Trigger. I find that funny. Like, just the animation of going Devil Trigger killed him.
So I'm guessing you were Devil Triggered.
Yes, I was Devil Triggered.
Oh.
That sword was used to separate.
I don't want to hear.
Could be worse. I could be playing Alistair mode of Beautiful Joe, where you have to manually activate his superhero transformation, and when he does it, it's called Devil Trigger, because he's a walking reference to Devil May Cry 1, and one of the things he shouts out as his transformation phrase randomly is, "Trigger me, baby!"
No.
And keep it. Now that you're calm and cool, get going.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm assuming you now play as Dante.
Not yet.
Okay.
He's like, Nero, now that you're cooled off, you can go and try and save the day.
What's your name? Nero. You're Dante, right? Not a bad name. Neither is yours.
Time for the big reveal, or one of the big reveals. Hello, once again, the camera angle's doing justice to Gloria.
I mean, they knew what people wanted.
That regal look suits you.
I dress to impress.
Press R2 real quick. Oh, thank you. Thank you for teaching me that. Yeah, Gloria would... I have to describe this to Nico, by the way, because he's blind. Just so you know, Leonix, why I'm explaining things in cutscenes to him. Gloria was actually Trish in disguise.
Oh, okay.
And when I pressed R2, when Leonix said press R2 real quick, it zoomed in on her boobs.
Oh, God.
Because apparently pressing R2 in cutscene zooms in the camera.
Oh, jeez.
Zooms in on what really matters, I guess.
Yeah, zooms in on what really matters. Trish's booba. This is also probably the most fan-servicey, outwardly fan-servicey of the Devil May Cry games, I would say. None of the others are this horny. Yeah, I got my first D rank thanks to dying over and over again on the Dante fight, so very few proud souls.
Hey,
also, I got most of them from dying.
You got D for Dante. There you go.
D for Dante.
D for D's nuts.
D for Dante is best. Is played DMC2 is best game?
No. No.
Yeah, no. Absolutely not.
No,
No.
none of that. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Have a sheet.
Have a sheet.
Have
We still haven't had that happen in the D&D campaign yet.
I want it to fucking happen. I want it to happen because
The best part is that Chuck's not even in on the have a sheet thing. So
Good,
he would be completely clueless.
All I'm gonna say is this: since you guys, your characters already know about Aeon, I kind of want to do that as like a small cutaway, just for the fact that the Fleamen are like talking to this other, they're one of their own about a raid, and like have a sheet. All of a sudden, smack resets, and it's just Aeon like winding his pocket watch trying to fix it.
I have the unpopular
all-
opinion that the worst thing that could happen to DMC now is that they give the reins back to Kamiya. You know what? I'm in agreement on that, because even Kamiya doesn't view Devil May Cry as his franchise anymore. He only worked on the first game. Everything Devil May Cry 2 onward was... even Devil May Cry 2, technically, because Itsuno was the credited director for that game, even though he only came in during, like, the final stretch of development to piece it all together, is Hideaki Itsuno's work, and he doesn't claim ownership of a series. I mean, that's why I respect Kamiya so much. He doesn't claim ownership of a series that, yeah, he was the lead creative on the first entry of, but that he had no involvement in afterwards.
Okay, Rosemary, you are really like leaning in, falling sideways.
He tweeted a couple of times that he wants to remake 1. Yeah, he wants to remake 1 because that's the only one that he worked on, so it would be the one that he feels comfortable with.
Okay, legit question. Would DMC 1 remade today, how do you think it would go?
Probably more gameplay-wise, more in line with later Devil May Cry's, as opposed to the more like Resident Evil-y approach that Devil May Cry 1 had, due to its roots as a rejected pitch for Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
So more action-focused, like more of that like Platinum Games Bayonetta energy to it than the more like slow, methodical pace of Devil May Cry 1. More like breathtaking boss fights and high-octane finishing moves than like trudging through a dank castle hallway and occasionally fighting enemies.
Yeah, I can definitely see DMC 1 doing very like on a PS5 or like on a computer, and like all of it like polished up and like different gameplay, like you said, like with to modern DMC rather than like the methodical one that was supposed to be like RE4.
Yeah, and it's also going to have one mechanic you absolutely hate, and it will become central to the game. Yeah, that's how his games typically are. That's how the Bayonetta trilogy, each have like one mechanic that people don't really like, but they're like key to the game's identity. Even though he didn't direct all 3 of those games, he was like, you know, a creative consultant on those. I know for Bayonetta 3, the one that everyone hates, but is central to the game, there's probably, depending on who you ask, there's 1 or 2 of those. It's either the creature control, the demon slave mechanic, or Viola in general, because Viola plays very jank. Especially how her witch time works. Bayonetta 1, it's how punishing death is, and that you can die from failing quick time events that come out of nowhere with 0 warning. Beautiful Joe's probably the only one I will say that has one mechanic that is central to it that you will hate and all that, because Beautiful Joe is peak. Viola was what all the people complained about Nero back in the day. Yeah, sorry, I keep cutting you off. I'm just trying to read chat.
Well, no, I'm just making sure you talk before I talk, because again, I have to predict on latency.
Get your words in.
I was just gonna say, Beautiful Joe played the demo of it, because I had a demo disc.
Yeah.
For GameCube that had Beautiful Joe and a few other games, and I tried Beautiful Joe. It was fun. Never really got to own it, but it was fun.
I had like all of the Beautiful Joe games back in the day except for Red Hot Rumble. That was the one I missed out on. I was a big
that one's GameCube, right? Or Wii?
Red Hot Rumble was GameCube, and it got a port to PSP of all things.
The PSP, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Usually how it went was, like, it would come out on GameCube, and then it would get a PS2 port, as was the style of Capcom at the time. Because they couldn't keep any of their GameCube exclusive except for Resident Evil Remake.
But yeah, sorry to keep cutting you off.
And Resident Evil
Please
0.
continue.
Like, the only ones that didn't get ported to PS2, well, that would make it half the series, were Double Trouble, because that was a DS game that annoyingly so, relied on touchscreen mechanics, as it was an early DS game.
Of course.
And Red Hot Rumble got a port to PSP. Probably because it wasn't worth the PS2 porting job, because it was late PS2 era by the time it came out, and it was a spin-off party game.
The PSP though was a very good system.
Oh
I
yeah,
enjoyed it.
definitely. I had one back in the day, and I still have it. Still have my original PSP. The analog stick is broken.
See, you're lucky, because I still have my PSP, but the problem is my battery got destroyed. And I could not find a replacement one, so I never got the chance to like reorder a new battery.
You can get replacements easily nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays, but like back in like 2009, 2010.
Yeah, not back then.
It was hard. Yeah, and I played the hell out of Dracula X and Dissidia on my PSP.
Also, a DMC1 remake would have more shoot-'em-up segments. Look, Hideki Kamiya just really, really, really likes Space Harrier, and he wants to make it everyone else's problem, okay? That's why he puts it in just about every game he directs.
Yeah.
Except, well, he didn't direct Bayonetta 2, which is why it didn't have Space Harrier. It had Afterburner.
Oh god. Oh, speaking of shooting, JKR, I was watching a D&D parody video by Joe Cat, and he was talking about like how he was DMing a campaign. The Dragonborn's like, don't worry, if anything goes wrong, I'll shoot him with this gun. The DM, who gave the blind Dragonborn a gun? Did he always have a gun? When did he ever have a gun? And I was like, oh no.
And Bayo 1 had Fantasy Zone. What you're thinking of where she says, welcome to my Fantasy Zone, is the Space Harrier section. Because what Space Harrier says at the beginning of an arcade playthrough is welcome to the... Like, what the... I say Space Harrier as if it's a character. What the game says in its voice lines is welcome to the Fantasy Zone. So she's doing a throwback to Space Harrier in the Space Harrier stage. It didn't have Fantasy Zone, funnily enough. That's like the one Sega classic game that didn't get a throwback in the Bayonetta trilogy. John Space Harrier, yes.
Oh god. Fantasy Zone was a Master System game, was it not?
Fantasy Zone was on Master System. It had its roots in arcades.
Okay, I was just wondering because I remember Fantasy Zone being a Master System game, but I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, the most famous version is on Master System, I believe. I might be wrong about that because I'm not too well versed in that era of Sega arcade games, and especially I'm not well versed in Fantasy Zone. Or just shoot-'em-ups in general.
Yeah, because I had a Genesis, but I never had a Master System, and I only saw Fantasy Zone or like Space Harrier in like Yakuza or whatever when they had the choice to play it.
You're American. It's a statistical anomaly if you had a Master System. So was the Eggman thing on purpose after all? Because I remember hearing that wasn't made on purpose somehow.
I know that one a little bit.
As far as the reference to Eggman, the Destroyer in Bayonetta. In the opening cutscene.
Never mind. I thought you were talking...
There's conflicting reports on that, but the one that most people go with is that, like, it was unintentional when the game's script was being written, but when Sega picked up publishing rights, they went with it because Sega approved of it. And that started the trend of once per game, Enzo will reference a acquaintance of his that shares the name of a Sega character. In Bayonetta 2, it's Alex the Kid. And
Oh God.
And in the third game, I can't remember what it was. I can't remember a lot of Bayonetta 3. Probably says a lot about how Bayonetta 3's held up in the, like, what, 2 years since it came out?
Real talk, though, for Sega, I really wish they would bring Shining Force back. I love that series, and I wish they would.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're revisiting some of their older properties now, especially Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio.
Definitely. Sega had a lot of good titles and games.
Basically, if they're, like, upcoming, attempts at reviving some of their... You have to go left? Okay, thanks for letting me know. Because I lost track of where I was going.
As one does.
I've said many times before, I have no sense of direction.
That's a majority of us in this call, I'm assuming.
I mean, I have a better sense of direction than Ari does, I'll say that much. It's not great, but
there we go.
I have a better...
You have a better sense of direction?
Yeah, like I said, it's not great, but, it's significantly better than what Ari's got.
I have to use a GPS to get to the local Bojangles because I don't know the roads around here.
It's Bohangles, you said.
Yes, Bojangles, as no one calls it.
For me, as long as I've been to a place like at least 2 or 3 times, then I'll know where I am by heart, by sense of direction. But if I've been only to a place once, then don't even bother asking me how I got there.
Now just climb the elevator. Not before taking out these mooks. I can climb the elevator without taking out these mooks, but that would be not in the spirit of Devil May Cry 4.
You have a thirst a thirst that needed to be quenched with the blood of the mooks.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more mook blood. Pretty sure these guys don't stop spawning, so you're saying it's a good grinding point then.
Hey, get that grind. You good, JKR?
I'm just tired.
If you're feeling too tired to stay on stream, then given that I'm starting to go a little loopy, we'll probably finish after this upcoming boss fight, which will also finish off Nero's half of the game.
Okay, so then we'll be at Dante next time.
The best grinding spot is Bloody Palace. Yeah, but that goes for every game that has a Bloody Palace. That's one of the few good things you can say about Devil May Cry 2's legacy for the Devil May Cry series, is that it introduced the Bloody Palace. It also gave us one of the funniest villains in terms of voice acting for Devil May Cry game with, what's his name? I've forgotten the villain of Devil May Cry 2's name. The guy that looks like copyright infringingly close to Heihachi Mishima, but is not Heihachi Mishima. That guy. That bastard.
Wait, Hayachi?
Yeah, the villain of Devil May Cry 2 looks exactly like him.
Like Hayachi from Tekken, right?
Yes.
I find it funny how when he was revealed in Smash Ultimate, people thought that Hayachi was Kiryu.
That was Kazuya, not Heihachi.
Oh, Kazuya. Never mind. I'm stupid.
Heihachi's the old man in Tekken. The old man villain.
I don't play a lot of Tekken. I play a lot of Soul Cal. Get off my back.
Okay. You play the better Bandai Namco fighting game.
Hey, Bandai Namco, I want fucking Soul Calibur 7, damn it.
You're getting Soul Calibur 2 for the 70th time, and you will like it.
At least we got the one that has the one.
We got the good version of Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah, we got the one with the actual good guest character.
Is it not your wish to become one with her?
That's one way of putting it, but
Look, don't read my mind and tell me what I am thinking.
and create his core.
but yeah, you can tell that Bayonetta used Devil May Cry 4 as a blueprint for part of its plot, just from this section of, like, the big master plan being to use two characters as a power source for a giant statue of the god that this religion worships so they can take over the world.
Afraid you are too late.
That is the entire endgame of Bayonetta 1.
This is your chance to catch a glimpse of the true power of our savior.
Anyways, now we have
These guys
to
actually worship.
fight the Pope.
Oh.
What were you gonna say, JKR?
You're fighting Sanctus. Okay.
I was just gonna say. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I forgot.
Are we you were going to say, are we sure these guys actually worship? And then I cut you off.
Oh yeah, like, are we sure these guys actually worship the worship Sparta and not Mundus?
We know because this looks more like an angelic version of Sparta than it looks like Mundus.
Fair enough. I'm just saying,
Like-
like they could be. It could be like a facsimile of him, like of Sparta, but actually, like, it's just, you know, all a ploy, and that they're really worshiping Mundus and they don't realize it.
Nah, it's Sparta, but they're trying to, like, you can tell through their image, through their creation, the Savior, the big statue thing, that they're trying to, like, rewrite the lore of Sparta to fit their own purposes. And, like, we've seen what Sparta, at least in his devil form, looked like. He didn't look like this. He wasn't angelic.
Yeah.
And we know what his human form looks like, too. Didn't look like either of these, but there are design elements of Sparta in the Savior.
You know, the very powerful and the very stupid both have one thing in common. They don't alter their views to fit the facts. They alter the facts to fit the views.
Yeah,
Very
it's
uncomfortable,
very much a
enjoyable,
case
and
of,
really
like, you know,
well-written.
standard thing with stories of a protagonist raised in a cult, where it turns out the cult's actually trying to take over the world and or do other such nefarious things, and are twisting the stuff that they preach to suit their world domination purposes. That's partly why they're trying to fashion themselves to look like angels, even though they're actually turning themselves into demons. Am I saying that Devil May Cry 4 has a better socio-political commentary than the one that's actively trying to make socio-political commentary with DMC Devil May Cry? Yes.
Okay.
And Nero's like, well, I guess my girlfriend sings here on Sundays. Yeah, he's not into the whole religion thing. He's very much a Reddit atheist in Devil May Cry 4. Like, the only thing he's missing is the fedora and neckbeard.
We do not need to give a fedora. Me too.
Did you ever try to parry the hand attack? I have not. I'm going to try that now. If I get the chance. 'Cause this fight's going over quicker than I thought it would. Okay, yeah, here it comes. Nope, I pressed the wrong thing, didn't I? That's the wrong button.
Oof.
Ooh.
You okay, JKR?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just tired.
All right.
It's the time change, because that went into effect today.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because the fact is, like, I fell asleep for about an hour earlier before I hopped in the call. And then, I dozed off on the couch, because this is that fact. I've been having guests. We've had guests over here, like, day after day after day.
Because convention and everything.
The convention was one thing. Family friend came in, and we let him spend his time here. Usually he helps out. He actually keeps to himself unless we actually need him to help us with something like heavy lifting or whatever. But he left. I want to say like he left Friday or no, he left Saturday. He left yesterday. But then my aunt showed up today, who needed some help. Like apparently she doesn't know how to use her phone. And she's got like one of those Google Pixel phones. So
Okay.
Yeah. It's like people coming and going like day after day, and it's just like I'm exhausted.
All right,
No,
that
I
was
feel
an
ya.
important
I feel
lore drop right there. Nero carries the blood of Sparta, which means he's part of the same family line as Dante and Virgil.
That was one thing I remembered one of my friends telling me about in Devil May Cry about Nero.
You have to use the Buster to parry. I used that the first time, but my timing was off, obviously, because it didn't go through. I need to practice this boss more if I'm going to be able to do that parry. But yes, he's literally got Nero in his grasp, and now the Yamato, which is what he needs to open the Hellgate. The real Hellgate! Because all the other Hellgates we've seen are fake Hellgates.
Ooh.
See, that's why you always double tap, Credo.
You have betrayed us.
My brother in Christ, you're trying to use my dream. You're trying to use my sister as fuel for a giant god statue. Why the fuck do you think I'm betraying you?
Fun fact, Liam O'Brien here actually is also the voice of, not only is he a main character, like a main voice in, or like main player in Critical Role, but he's also the voice of Chairman Prescott in Gears Tactics.
Okay.
For the Gears
Not
of War
familiar with
series.
Gears.
I mean, he's from Gears of War, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, zoom in on the important bits. There we go.
Okay.
So we're not going to talk about how her disguise basically involved her putting on a fake tan to look like she wasn't white.
Oh
Then
my
also
God.
the fact is that the disguise actually showed more skin than she's actually.
Yeah, somehow when she does her quick change between forms, she put on more clothes.
I was gonna assume the disguise is like a magic makeup, or is it like just
she
actual
literally
physical?
pulls it off like it's a cloak or something.
Kind of like Tuxedo Mask.
Okay, yeah.
Or like
All right.
anime-wise, you know how like the villains would always do that, where it's like they
Take off
They're
their
pulling off
cloak and
their-
then disguise.
not
them.
even like, yeah, like they take off their disguise like a cloak. So it's
If you die without giving my
Okay. Because I was asking that because I don't know, I didn't know if she's like magic to like
Oh, she used
disguise
magic.
herself.
What a punk.
She's a demon. She used magic.
Yeah, because I was just saying, like, in terms of like the tan skin or whatever, like using like a magic makeup. or,
Yeah,
like, a
what I was
magic
trying to
ability.
imply is like, for as hot as Gloria is, and as hot as Trish is, especially in this game, no one ever talks about how she basically did blackface for her disguise.
I also like the fact that she looks at Cyctus is like when he basically saw through her disguise. She's like, yeah. So she's like, wow, you actually figured that out.
I've known from the beginning your spray tan rubbed off.
Oh my god! I always knew from the beginning that your tan was not natural.
You left streaks all over your chair. Why did you expose so much skin?
Fake Tanner. Fake!
Well, originally Gloria was going to be your own character. I did not know that bit of development lore, but that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it really does.
I swear it! I swear I'm gonna get us out of here! Together, Kitty!
Johnny Young Bosch always gives 100% in his performances. That's why he's one of my favorite voice actors.
Yep.
One of my favorite actors. Dude started on Power Rangers and was one of the better actors out of that group.
Yep. But yeah, I'm actually I'm glad I was able to get his autograph for you, Ari.
Thank you. Again.
Yeah. Honestly, it still cracks me up that that you had me gaslighting myself for the better part of like up to 2 months before we realized that I actually did give you the autograph, and for whatever reason neither one of us realized it was behind something else.
Yeah, because it was framed.
Yeah.
Anyway, God's on a rampage and he's pissed.
Check it
Ah,
out.
shit.
It's got wings.
God's throwing a temper tantrum.
I love how Dante and Trish are just so nonchalant about this.
Hey,
Yeah, alright.
where's that thing?
Well, to be fair, the shit that they have faced in like Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3.
It is in his heart to save the world from chaos. He will begin by driving it out.
I mean, to them, this is probably just another day in the office.
It is.
His body used it.
So there wouldn't be much of a reaction.
Also, I'm assuming that like Trish, I understand Trish is a demon. That I
Yeah.
get. But I'm curious, like, was she like originally created in the form of Dante's mother, or
Yes,
she, like,
she was created to be an exact visual replica of Dante's mother to play as heartstrings. Because she was originally an agent for Mundus who was supposed to betray Dante. But she ended up, like, I don't want to say falling for him, because they didn't really become a romantic couple as much as the fans want them to.
creepy anyway, because the fact that she looks
Because that is the canon reason why they never became a couple, because the whole she looks exactly like my mom thing, he gets in the way.
Right.
Oh god, no.
But yeah, her looking exactly like his mother Eva was intentional on Mundus's part when he created her.
Yeah.
The plot of this game is that
it-
Dante learns of this world-ending cult, and Dante doesn't stop it because he says, wait, let me see what the kid can do, and shit goes sideways. Yes!
Pretty much.
Hey,
Keep in mind, the reason I got this far, as we'll soon learn next time I stream this, is because of Trish acting of her own accord.
Plus the fact of Trish looking like Dante's mother. It is a valid tactic to actually try to get at Dante. Because, I mean, looking like someone you really care about, yeah, get close enough, there you go.
Someone you witnessed the death of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
And that you
also,
keep a
it's
framed
like,
photo of on your desk.
Yeah, because to me, I'm thinking like the reason why I was asking was because it was like I was wondering if like she was like originally created in the image of Eva, or if she was like an already existing demon that Mundus had just remade into that image.
No, Mundus created Trish in the image of Eva specifically for this plot. And he even says,
Okay.
like, when Trish is presumed dead towards the end of Devil May Cry 1, like, she was just a demon I created. If you want more demons that look like your mother, I can create as many as you like.
Okay, so she was literally just a construct that Mundus had created.
Yeah, Lucia from Devil May Cry 2, which I skipped over in this marathon because I'm not going through that on stream a second time because it is terminally boring. Goes through the exact same story arc, except she didn't know she was a devil that was created by the main villain. And goes through an existential crisis because of it. But Trish was like, yeah, she was created in Eva's image specifically to fuck with Dante and lead him to what was supposed to be his death, and also into freeing Mundus from the demon realm. Like, a big thing to point out about Mundus and, like, the power scaling of Devil May Cry villains, as much as, like, the scales, like, as much as the scales of, like, imminent threat go up with each subsequent entry, Mundus is still canonically the most powerful villain that Dante has fought, because he's the only one Dante was not able to kill. He had to just seal him again. Whereas every other villain Dante has been able to either kill or otherwise, you know, deal with. Mundus is the only one who has still not been killed.
Yeah. I probably never will be, at least at the rate that the Devil May Cry series is going right now.
Yeah, they haven't really revisited Mundus outside of DMC Devil May Cry, and that Mundus is canonically weaker than the main series Mundus, because he does die in that game. Much easier as well. But yeah, Mundus is... Like, while Mundus has never appeared directly again, outside of a brief cameo in a post-credit scene of Devil May Cry 3 that you only get if you beat the credit scene Mook Rush, which I almost always fail at, he's canonically, like, working behind the scenes to send out demons to try and take out Dante.
I see.
So he's still there. He's still an active participant behind the scenes. It's just, since he's been sealed again and Dante's not falling for that twice, he's not going to be an active threat.
I get you. Ouch.
But that is going to do it for Devil May Cry 4 tonight.
I sent you the exact spelling and everything in the DMs for you, Ari.
Yes,
so that way you can
thank
just
you.
Copy and paste.
Yeah, also because that message got buried. See, let's get back into the throne room. And put in the raid.
Okay.
Yes, she is still streaming. I think I've seen her before. Or at least her avatar looks familiar.
I probably sent like a short or something into the castle once or twice.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to all my co-hosts for co-hosting with me tonight. Tune in tomorrow night for more Digimon Story Time Stranger. Go give Pomato Master my warmest of welcomes. Until then, unpleasant dreams.
Well, we're the boys of Chorus. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.